pizzas, salads, and subs. Farmers Country Market, Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, National Furniture Liquidators, Richland Dodge and Richland GM, Plateau Wireless, Roswell Honda, Wakefield Oil Company, and Tate Branch of Roswell. Stay tuned. Your Coyote pregame show is up next.
Hi, my name's Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Temperatures are falling, and Fulkerson wants to get you ready for the seasons ahead with the Right Fit membership program. For as little as $15 per month or $199 a year, you can rest assured knowing your unit is ready. With biannual HVAC maintenance, as well as reduced dispatch fees, even in the middle of the night. Plus, a 15% discount on all services provided by Fulkerson, as well as preferred scheduling. Be ready for the seasons ahead. Become a Right Fit member with Fulkerson today. Call 575-319-9984 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2025 Nusenda Credit Union semifinal game between the Roswell Coyotes and the Gadsden Panthers. Art Sandoval, and of course, the head coach of the Roswell Coyotes, Jeff Lynn. Coach, good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Wonderful.
All right, well, let's get straight to the topic here. We're in the semifinal again for the third consecutive year in a row. And tell you what, it's very exciting. But, Coach, before we do anything, as we always recap the week before, tell us about last week's contest. What do you feel, and how did you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, we challenged the kids all week to come out fast. We wanted to let Belen know who we were. That was kind of the message all week. We came out and put 28 points on them the first quarter. It was 38-0 at half. And so I really felt like the kids did a good job of taking care of business and doing what they need to do against that team. The other thing that I was super proud of is a lot of our young kids got in.
Yes.
We certainly weren't trying to 50-point them, but when you and I don't really like 50-point people because I think that takes reps away from our younger kids who deserve to play. They're scouting for us all week and doing a good job in practice, and I don't like 50-pointing people. So we try to get the starters out as quick as we can and give some of those other kids some strands. But when they're executing, when our young kids were executing the way they were executing, both offensively and defensively, we got the 50-point win and shut that down with about 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. So it was a good game. I mean, I was really happy with the way we prepared. I was really happy with the way we came out and played, and they did a good job.
Upon broadcast, when we, in the past, we've always talked about, the importance of, and I appreciate the fact where you said you don't 50-point a lot of teams because you're taking away the reps. I'm a big believer in that as well. I think in order to continue building a program as you have, I think you need to get those young kids in there, such as those freshmen. I think you brought a few up in there, and some of those JV ball players. Predominantly, you played with sub-varsity ball players in the second half for the most part, and I think that's very important. I love the fact where you had actually a couple of freshmen that are in there, got some reps, and really took care of themselves. I mean, you made a mission statement. The Roswell Coyotes are back in action here and took care of business against the Berlin Eagles. Coach, was there anything that else you want to say about last week's game against Berlin? I mean, those sub-varsity ball players handle themselves well. I mean, in order to continue building a program, in your opinion, is that what you necessarily need to do to continue the success of Roswell Coyotes?
Yeah, I mean, we're always in the back of our head here at Roswell High, we're always thinking about next year. I don't think enough coaches think about next year,
Right.
And so we're trying to put those kids in positions to where we think they're going to be starters next year, and really trying to get them extra reps at that position and trying to get them going. So, in the playoffs is another 3 weeks of practice, 4 weeks of practice, and so, if your season ended at the end of the regular season, you're missing out on a month of practice. And
Right.
so this is an opportunity for us to grow our program through practice, and for those kids who do practice every day, who don't necessarily get to play a whole lot, to get on the field and actually do something. It's very valuable time, and I think it puts us ahead of the game when those kids are starting for us next year. So
Yes, sir.
just a good opportunity for those kids. Really happy they got to some Friday night action, and looking forward to what they do in the future.
Sounds good, Coach. Well, let's go ahead and shift gears. We're in week 4 of New Mexico high school football. As we mentioned earlier, the 2025 Nusenda Credit Union semifinal game winner will advance to the 5A state championship. As we mentioned earlier, the Roswell Coyotes, this is the 3rd consecutive year in a row that the Coyotes have been in this week in the semifinals. As this week, they will be taking on the Gadsden Panthers. October 3rd of this year, the Roswell Coyotes did travel over to Gadsden to take on the Panthers and defeating the Panthers 33-13. So, Coach, one of the things this week, Gadsden is much improved from October 13th. I know that you and your staff and your kids have really worked really hard since actually Monday, and got some film, got your strategy, got your game plan going right now. But right now, tell me what your thoughts are on the Gadsden Panthers in the semifinal game.
I mean, not much has changed. They've got the number 8 back there, who's the running back. He's their workhorse. He's the blue collar guy. He's going to run the football. I think he's very strong. He's got good vision. He breaks tackles. He's not going to run away from you, but just a good, solid running back and behind a good, solid offensive line. The offensive line doesn't overwhelm you with their size, but they're well coached and they're very fundamentally sound. Super impressed with their offensive line coach. They do have some playmakers on the outside. The number 0 is a good player. The number 1's a good player. They move number 1 around quite a bit. They'll put him in the slot and try to get him the ball. They'll move him to the backside receiver to try to get a one-on-one with your corner. And they'll also play him at running back some. So we've got to be aware of where number 1 is. He's their most explosive athlete. And the quarterback is he's a very good operator. He does a good job managing their offense. If things break down, he can hurt you with their feet. So, we didn't do a great job in that first game of stopping the run. We made some stops in the red zone at key times, but we've got to do a better job containing their run game this time around. Defensively, a solid defensive group. There's not a lot of superstars on that side of the ball. They're just all solid. They all play. They play assignment football. They do their job. And when it's their turn to make a play, they make a play. Probably their best defensive player is number 20. I don't know his name, but he flies around the field. He's super aggressive, and just a good, solid group of defensive players. And then the special teams part of it, they're solid. So Coach Facio and his staff have done a great job at Gadsden, and this is like the 3 out of the last 4 years we've played them in the playoffs, and so we've got to go down there ready to roll.
Coach, tell me about your week of practice. Of course, on Thursday, I had Wednesday and Thursday, light precipitation, and Thursday, a little bit of rain. But, excuse me, other than that, how's the week of practice been for you?
Been good. I mean, the field was a little sloppy on Wednesday, so we decided to go to the Wool Bowl on Thursday and practice. So we were able to go over there, and then we practiced the Wool Bowl on Friday. So got on the turf. I think that's important, especially for the kicking game, to get on the turf.
Right.
So we know how the ball comes off the turf and how it bounces and those type things. So good week of practice. I felt like the kids really grasped what we're trying to do in the game plan, and hopefully that translates to good results today.
Is there anything in the Final Four? You have the Artesia, the 1 seed, the Lovington Wildcats in the 4, of course, Roswell, and then the Gadsden Panthers in the 5 or 6 seed, whatever it was. Is there any surprise, Coach Lynn, of your thoughts on the Final Four?
No surprise. I really felt after the playoff pairings came out, I watched Los Alamos, and I felt, if I was a betting man, I was going to bet that Gadsden would beat Los Alamos. They're a much more physical team. They've played a tougher schedule. They're seasoned. So there was no surprise there. I told our guys to get ready for Gadsden, for Gadsden. So no surprise there. The other side of it, no, I didn't know how the Goddard-Lovington game would go. I knew it would be one of those teams. But Lovington came out of that, and that'll be an interesting game today with Lovington and Artesia. So no surprises. I think we're exactly where we expected to be, and so got to take care of business today.
Yeah, two powerhouses, the Artesia Bulldogs and the Lovington Wildcats. Winner of that will move on to the state championship in the 5A classification. Now, Coach, before we talk about anything else, the players of the Roswell Coyotes currently, and you have Luke Lynn playing the quarterback position. You have some running backs that are really doing pretty good. Luis Rodriguez doing his job in the backfield. You have certain people of that caliber right there. Do you have any comments about your offense? I guess what I'm trying to say is from day one, I was going out to summer workouts with you guys. And I tell you what, just the improvement from day one, they've been in the weight room, they've been conditioning, you've improved on the daily, on the weekly, and I'm telling you right now, the offense of the Roswell Coyotes has been really productive. Is there any comments that you have about your offense?
No, I think you're right. I think, it's gotten better every week. We talked about that at the first of the year. It'd take us a little bit to kind of figure out what we could do and what we couldn't do. And, we didn't play real good offense real inconsistent offense the first 4 or 5 weeks. And I think that changed when we inserted Luis Rodriguez into the lineup. I mean, he's really given us some stability at the running back spot. But I think our offensive line has really come together well, too. I think those kids are really playing. And, after we got done with the seeding and selection, we challenged those kids. Those kids, if we're gonna win today, those kids are really going to have to play well. They're going to have to be physical, and we're going to have to be able to pound it. We really feel like that's a key today, is we have to stop Gadsden's run, and we have to be able to pound the rock. If we can do those two things, we feel like we've got a really good chance to win this ball game. Because if we can run the ball, then that makes them creep up a little bit, and then we'll get some opportunities in the passing game. And then if we can stop their run, the focal point of their offense is the run game, and so if we can make them do something that they're not comfortable with, then we've got a chance to win. But the whole team has improved. I mean, when you lose the kind of kids we lost last year, and we didn't have a loss of varsity experience, they've just consistently gotten better this week, and I think we're really playing our best ball right now.
Couldn't agree anymore. Coach, how does it feel, and I know as a coach, but how does it feel for you, most importantly, our student athletes? How does it feel to be back in the semifinal game for the third consecutive year? How does it feel?
I think it's fourth consecutive year, right?
Fourth consecutive, yes, sir.
So we've been in the semifinals here for 4 years straight. So it feels good, and and we've been kind of harping on that. Like Roswell High went 17 years before, or was it 12 years? I think it was 12 years without. No, it was like 17 years. They went 17 years without going to the semifinals.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And then it's kind of like we punch that ticket every year now, and like we've been talking to our kids like, hey. Don't take this for granted. Like this is special, man. You're in the Final Four. You're one of 12 teams still playing, right? Like, let's embrace this opportunity, understand how big it is. I read something that this is Gadsden. Gadsden hasn't hosted a semifinal playoff game since 1966. I mean, you're talking that. Like, this is special. You know what I'm saying? And so when we get off that bus, we got to have a sense of urgency, and we got to understand that, hey, it's time to play our best ball. Burn the boats. There's no excuses. We've got to win tonight. So. We've been harping on that, but it feels good. We've built this program, and this is the reward for all the hard work, and so let's go play.
Yeah, 6:45 in the morning. We, the Roswell Coyotes, took off, and get over there. You're going to take a little break, probably get a little bite to eat, and get prepared. Do you think? And of course, Coach, I apologize for this question, but how is this long trip going to affect the Roswell Coyotes this afternoon?
Well, it's not easy. I mean, there's really no easy way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have gone up. Coach Cooper said we could go up Friday and spend the night in Cruces. But, you look at that, and you're putting 4 kids in a room. You've got a young man sleeping with another young man in a bed that they're not used to. You got some kids that have probably never stayed in a hotel, right? So, and there's a lot of tomfoolery that can go on with that. You know what I'm saying? So I think you're disrupting their sleep. I think you're disrupting, the way they, you got kids sleeping in bathtub. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just. So that I don't know if that's a good way to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I think we got a mature team that could have handled that. But we elected to go up the morning of the game. Let's sleep in our own beds. let's get out of bed, we'll get on the bus, and fortunately we're taking 2 buses, so we'll have plenty of room to spread out, get a nap, from 7 until about 9, and then, we're going to stop in White Sands Missile Range and grab something to eat, and then, from that point on, let's stay awake, you know what I'm saying? Let's put some music on, let's get focused, let's get ready to go, and, when we get to the stadium, we do a little warm up, a little stretch out, walk through, try to get that bus ride out, and then right into our pregame. So we just felt it was best to let these kids sleep in their own bed.
I agree.
And eat their mom's food Friday night, and try to just make that trip as short as we can. Because we really feel like if we have an advantage in this game, it's they've played for 5 straight weeks. They didn't get a bye. They had to play a first-round playoff game. Right. So it's important that we get off the bus with fresh legs and go at them, because they're probably not as fresh as we are at this point. So that's they don't make thoroughbreds. They drive. Right. You go to Kentucky Derby, they drive those horses in day up. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And so we're thoroughbred. Like we can handle this trip.
I love it.
No excuses. Burn the boats. Let's go to work. Here we go.
I love it. All right, Coach. Well, this game is going to be on KSVPTV.com and, of course, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. I'm very pumped about this. I'm very pumped again to have this opportunity to do this game. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to Coach McDonald as well. It means a lot to this community. And most importantly, it means a lot to these kids and parents. And so it's kind of a big deal. But for your listeners, statewide, nationwide, is there anything that you would like to say to your fans, Coyote fans, your family about this semifinal game? This is a big deal. This is a huge deal.
It's a huge deal. And we can't take these opportunities for granted, because it took us 5 years at Roswell High to make a semifinal game. Right. In the first 5 years. And so it's a big deal. And if you can go to Gadsden, we need you there, man. We need some fans in the stands. We need to turn that place into a home field advantage for the Coyotes. If you can't, watch online, root us on. But I'm just super proud of this team, super proud of our community, super proud to be the head football coach at Roswell High. I mean, I think this is a great opportunity to showcase what we've got at Roswell High and go make a statement.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate that, Coach. Anything else?
No, that's it. Let's have some fun.
All right, Week 14, New Mexico High School football. We're here in the 2025 Nusenda Credit Union State Semifinal State Championships. Winner will advance to the 5A State Championship next week to be determined. You can watch this on YouTube, Facebook, KSVPTV.com, and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Thank you to the crew of KSVP, producer Tanner Todd. We'll see you here in just a bit as the Coyotes will be taking on the Gadsden Panthers.
At Aatio Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa, our team is here for you. Nancy Walker, Fallon Moody, and Tialana Watts are family nurse practitioners offering expert care in family practice, pediatrics, women's health, and aesthetics. Nancy also provides advanced hormone therapy for men and women, including hormone pellet implants that help patients feel their best. Plus, meet Brittany Harrell, our skilled nurse injector, offering a full range of aesthetic procedures to help you look and feel confident. Same-day and walk-in patients are always welcome. Visit Aatio Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa at 607 West Country Club Road in Roswell. Your family, your health, your beauty, all in one place.
Ready, set, hurry on down to Tate Branch Roswell, where we finish first. Experience the Tate Branch difference here at Tate Branch Roswell, where business is done the Tate Branch way with honesty and integrity to deliver an exceptional customer experience. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are priced to move and are backed with a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's all backed by friendly hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head on down to Tate Branch Roswell right here at 2000 West 2nd Street and drive home happy today. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the world-class experience you have been waiting for.
Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Dion's is homegrown right here in New Mexico and is the perfect place for team dinners, family gatherings, and all your catering needs. Stop by their location on South Main and West Wildy in Roswell for the best pizza, salads, and subs in town at a price that won't break the bank. Dion's makes it easy to bring together your favorite people with your favorite food for any occasion. Visit Dion's.com to order ahead for dine-in or pickup. That's Dion's.com.
Welcome back to the Roswell Coyote Pregame Show. Now time for your Roswell Coyote Player Spotlight.
My name's Rendon Duran. I'm a senior. I play running back. My parents are Nikki and Craig Duran. My favorite subject in school is English. And my favorite thing about being a Coyote is the brotherhood that we've built around here.
I'm Nicholas Anaya. I'm a senior. I play free safety. My parent is Janet Romero. Favorite subject is economics. Favorite thing about being a Coyote is the brotherhood.
My name is Allen Ingram. I'm a senior slot receiver. My parents are Josh and Ashley Ingram. My favorite subject, I'm gonna have to say my ag classes. And my favorite thing about being a Coyote is the life lessons and memories it brings.
My name is Colby Sanchez. I'm a senior. My parents are Steve and Jennifer Sanchez. My favorite subject is probably my ag class. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is the brotherhood and all the opportunities that come with it.
My name is Isaac Gonzalez. I'm a junior. I play outside receiver. My mom is Beatrice Mendiola. My favorite subject is my ag class. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is the bond and the brotherhood.
My name is Isaac Ruiz. I'm a senior. I'm a manager. My parents are Vanessa Alvarado and Jerry Gonzalez. My favorite subject in school is, I kind of like economics. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is being a part of the team and having the energy.
That's your Roswell Coyote Player Spotlight for tonight. Pre-game show continues right after this.
This is Coach Lynn from the Roswell Coyotes, and let me tell you, Roswell Nissan's got a championship roster this season. Let's see what lineup we're working with.
In at freshman, the Nissan Kicks. Named best budget car. A solid starter that delivers big league value. Here comes your sophomore, the Rogue. Crowned best compact SUV. Dependable, versatile, and ready to take on the field. In at JV, the Pathfinder. A top safety pick award winner. This player protects your whole team. And the varsity, the Powerhouse Armada. Best in class SUV built for real strength and commanding performance.
20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Coyotes!
Roswell Nissan's got 165 players in their lineup to choose from, and they're all ready to score big for you. With rates as low as 0% and no payments for 90 days, it's your time to get in the game. Looks like we're set for one heck of a season with this lineup, so come down to Roswell Nissan and join the winning team.
Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
And welcome back to halftime here for our semifinal playoff matchup between the...
I'm Ben from Roswell Seed Company.
And I'm John.
We've been helping New Mexico grow since 1898. Seeds, feed, fertilizer, tools, all the good stuff.
Basically, if it grows in the dirt, we probably sell it. Or at least argue about how good it'll grow.
We're just down on South Main and we're always happy to help.
And hey, we throw in the advice and bad jokes, both equally unlicensed.
Go where the pros go. Roswell Seed Company.
Thanks to a partnership with the City of Artesia, Eddy County residents are automatically enrolled in Aero Medevac's free air ambulance program, ensuring no out-of-pocket costs if flown by Aero. You can print your membership card on the City of Artesia's website. Keep this card with your ID and health insurance to act as a request for Aero Medevac. Eddy County residents, take advantage of this free benefit and make sure when you need it most, fly with Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sal Gonzalez Stadium in Anthony, New Mexico. Art Sandoval, Kellen McDonald live as we begin the 2025 Nusenda Credit Union semifinal matchup. Good afternoon, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing great. Ready for semifinal football. The number 2 Roswell Coyotes and the number, depending on where you ask, but number 5 Gadsden Panthers. And should be a good one, I think.
Yeah, the Roswell Coyotes, as you mentioned, ranked number 2 In the 5A classification, come in this contest, 8-3 overall, 6-1 in district play, ranked 10th overall in the state of New Mexico. As for the Gadsden Panthers, 8-4 overall, 3-4 in district play, ranked 24th in the state of New Mexico. We are here in New Mexico high school football, week 14. That's hard to believe. We were just talking about that. It felt like yesterday was just the beginning of the year, but right now we are in the semifinal match.
Yeah, just this week and next week. And, of course, the winner of this one will take on the winner of a great game happening right now on Brian Urlacher Field, as we have a 14-14 score in the second quarter there, Lovington and Artesia. Of course, if Lovington wins and Roswell wins, that game would be in the Wool Bowl.
Right.
If Artesia wins and Roswell wins, we would head to the Bulldog Bowl.
Well, this is the fourth consecutive year the Roswell Coyotes have been in the semifinal contest. If you missed pregame, it is archived. You can go back and take a look at it, but this is the third time, actually the fourth consecutive year for the semifinal game. But, as you mentioned, the Artesia Bulldogs won 2 years ago. The Roswell Coyotes, the defending state champions, trying to get back into the state championship game. As we mentioned, we are here at Gadsden Stadium in Anthony, New Mexico. It sits about 3,000 people, established in 1950. Coach, another thing we're going to talk about is we do have a recap. The last time these two played, the Roswell Coyotes defeated Gadsden a score of 33-14. Now, going back to my notes, one of the things I noticed is in the first quarter, the Roswell Coyotes did score, from 25 yards out with Luke Lynn and then 4 yards out from Isaac Gonzalez. But one of the things that I noticed was that Ben Vera missed the 2 PATs the last time they played him.
Right. Well, he had, had one blocked, and then I think he just missed.
That's correct.
Missed another one. So, I don't see that as being a big factor. Ben is 93% on the season for extra points, and of those 4 misses, I think 3 of them were blocked. I think he's only missed one that he actually got, past the line. So I personally don't think that's going to be an issue. I do think we're going to see a very similar game, though, score-wise, and you can go over our predictions if you want to. But yeah, I think it'll tighten up a little bit. I think Gadsden's gotten better as the season's progressed, and I know the Roswell Coyotes has. So I really think since that game was played here, similar, circumstances, I'm looking for a similar score to that 35-14 matchup we had last time.
As for me, Coach, I'm going to go ahead, and we're going to be real close with that. I'm going to go 42-14 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. A lot of people have talked about it. I've been doing some research this week. I've been doing some reading. Some people are predicting an upset here in Anthony, New Mexico. I'm not certain of that. I think the Roswell Coyotes, and let me tell you why I'm going to predict 42-14. I think the Roswell Coyotes are healthy. They have everybody back. They have 75 on the trip today as they took off this morning at 6:45 to Gadsden, New Mexico. And I think that Luke Lynn, he's the real deal. He had limited interceptions. I think it was only 2, maybe less than – I think it was 2, less than 3. But I'll tell you what, and you have Luis Rodriguez. He's just really capitalizing, doing a fantastic job, the sophomore running back. But the Roswell Coyotes have so many offensive threats, and I think the defense is going to have a good game this afternoon.
Well, that I agree with you. That defense has really picked it up as the season's come along. This is the first year for Coach Lynn running that defense, and I think he's happy with the way the season has progressed. It has been a transition. He is still running Coach Forstner's defense, but that's always a little bit of a change. But to me, it's all about Luke Lynn and how consistent he's been all season long, how accurate he's been with the football for the most part, especially after probably week 4, starting in district play. And like you said, there are just so many weapons right. Offensively. Luke can get you with his feet or the arm. You got really good receivers and a bunch of them. You got really good running backs and a bunch of them. So
speaking of Luke Lynn, Coach, Luke Lynn had 2 touchdowns last time they played. Scoring 1 from 25 yards out, 1 from 24 yards out, and then of course had a touchdown pass to Colby Sanchez for about 30 yards out. So it is, Luke Lynn. He is the experienced quarterback now. I mean, last year he wasn't even the starting quarterback. He had a lot of reps in the JV level and got limited in the varsity games last year. But he is the man. He is the captain quarterback of this squad. he's going to be one of those kids that is going to lead this Coyote team to victory. He's going to try to get them to the state championship again. But look for Luke Lynn, his strong arm, as you mentioned. He is going to be running the ball, but be careful, because I'm going to tell you what, Luis Rodriguez is also going to be a factor in this ball game.
He will be, and he has been in every game that he's played in this year. Of course, came to the varsity level full time kind of late. I think it was week 4, week 5, and boy, hear Coach Lynn talk about it last week. It's just been a different team since he's got here. He pretty much got that running game established to where they really have to respect his big play ability, and that gives Luke a lot more options. Whether he wants to throw the ball down the field or take off with it himself. And here we go with the coin toss, and it looks like it's going to be Luke Lynn, and it's going to be Joaquin Bolaños. It's going to be number 14. That's
Noah
Estrada, and then Cason Flores.
It might be so where we're at right now. It's going to be kind of hard to see. I thought it was Shane McMath, but I could be mistaken.
You know what? I think it might be, but
32.
32.
Yeah, it's going to be Cannon Ramage.
It's Ramage. So.
And so I don't know if you want to talk a little stats before the game. I don't know if we'll have time to do it. Up-to-date stats, we're more than welcome to do that if you like.
Sure.
I tell you what, it's just really kind of nice to see. Jeff and I had that good pregame, and but if you have a moment, Coach, let's talk a little bit of stats up to date.
Sure. Let's start with the defense. Defense is led by Cannon Ramage, the captain out there. Leads the team with 65 tackles. Also leads the team in tackles for loss with 12 and sacks with 4. In the secondary, it's been Nick Anaya. He leads the team with pass deflections and is just solid on that coverage. 3 interceptions for Noah Foose, though, so keep an eye on him. And David Frescas also has 3 interceptions on the season. Offensively, we talked about Luis Rodriguez. In just 8 games, he has 71 attempts for 719 yards. That's a 10-yard average with 3 touchdowns on the season, and that's just astounding. I mean, for especially a kid that size, he is fun to watch. Followed up rushing by Nathaniel Lujan. He's got 54 carries for 352 yards, and then Luke Lynn is third, 53 carries, 290 yards, and leads the team in rushing touchdowns with 8. Throwing the ball, like you said, Luke Lynn, 130 completions on 194 attempts. That's good for a 67% completion percentage. Thrown for 15 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, and just a hair under 1,500 yards and 11 yards per reception. Receivers, it's a balanced group. Noah Estrada has 28 catches for 486 and 6 touchdowns. Isaac Gonzalez, 36 catches for 424 and 5 touchdowns. So both those guys, very similar stats, and both definitely a threat. And then you add more guys. Colby Sanchez has nearly 400 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns as well. And then Allen Ingram has over 200 yards. So, like I said, just a really balanced attack, lots of weapons. And what do we have here? It looks like home team must have deferred, huh?
That's correct. The Gadsden Panthers won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half, which means the Roswell Coyotes will gain possession here. And we're just seconds away from the 2025 Nusenda Credit Union State Football Semifinal game. Winner will advance to the state championship game. This is the 4th consecutive year that the Roswell Coyotes have been in the semifinal game and looking to go to the state championship for the 3rd consecutive year. And this should be a thriller here, Coach. As I mentioned, my prediction will be the Roswell Coyotes winning this ball game. As I mentioned, 42-14 is my prediction, and yours was 35-21. Is that correct?
I believe that's correct.
All right, real quick, we do have an update from Lovington. It's all tied up 14-14, and that's in the second quarter, but we're just seconds away here in Anthony, New Mexico as we begin the semifinal game, and there is the kickoff, and it's going to be returnable. And let's see what the Roswell Coyotes can do here with number 4, Allen Ingram, as he's on his feet. And it's going to be brought down about the 10-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes. And, Coach, right about 64 degrees here in Anthony, New Mexico. And a slight breeze now. Earlier, before this game, was just a minimal breeze. But now the breeze has picked up. And let's see what happens with if that's going to be a factor in this ballgame.
Yeah, I don't see it being a big factor. It is picking up, though. You see the flags there, and it's you never know.
All right, so it's going to be first down and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes. Shotgun to the right side. Luis Rodriguez wearing jersey number 7. The Coyotes wearing the black helmet, white jerseys, black pants, and black socks. Quick pass over to the right side. It's going to be caught and positive yardage. And still on his feet.
Yeah, Isaac Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Nice play on first down there. Pickup of, depending on the spot, looks like about 13 and a first down.
Yeah, plus 13 for the Roswell Coyotes, working from the right hash, and I love it. I love for the fact where Jeff Lynn and the Roswell Coyotes are starting out with the passing threat right off the bat. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes. Ball on the 23. Here comes Luke Lynn, and he's going to hand it off this time. And good hard run. 0-0 is the score. 11:21 left here in this first quarter.
Yeah, 3 yards for Luis.
The Roswell Coyotes left about 6:45 this morning, stopped in El Magordo, ate a couple burritos, and got back on the road to Anthony, New Mexico. It's going to be handed off to Luis Rodriguez, and it's going to be another first down. And, Coach, that looks like about 13 yards for the Roswell Coyotes, and you might see differently. It might be 13, maybe 14 yards.
Yeah, I think it was at the 26, so I think it's just going to be 11.
Going to be 11. All right, so plus 11 will go down to the scoreboard on the bottom half of the screen. First down and 10, ball from the 37 right hash. Luke Lynn, the quarterback, has a man in motion. And this time will be number 4, Olin Ingram on the round. And good hard run by Ingram.
Yeah, it's going to be that little pass ahead, so he'll get a 7-yard completion on that to Olin. And a really nice play on first down. Gives you lots of options, second and short. Let's see if they look down the field for the first time here.
All right, so here comes the Roswell Coyotes. And going to be handed off, and this time it's going to be to Rendon Duran, and Duran will have the first down.
Yeah, good hard run by Rendon. And Rendon's gotten more carries as the season's progressed here. And like I said, just one of those many options offensively for the Coyotes.
First and 10, ball from the 44. Pistol formation for the Roswell Coyotes. Awaits the snap is Lynn. Rolling out to the right side, will throw that over to the flat area. An incomplete pass. Pass was intended for Olin Ingram. All right, so that's going to be the first drop pass of this afternoon.
Yeah, not a terrible drop. I mean, he did have to extend, but like we talk about a lot, hits you in both your hands, you need to pull it in.
Well, you're in the semifinal game. Everything has to be caught. All right, so it looks like there might be a timeout, an official timeout.
Yeah, they had the ball spotted wrong. I think they're good now.
All right, so second down. Now they're going to call it second down? Yes, they are.
Second and 10.
Yeah, it is going to be second down and 10. There it is. All right, now the ball is correct. Luke Lynn in pistol. We'll hand it off to Luis Rodriguez. So Rodriguez with about 3 yards.
I think we can give him 4.
Yeah, they're going to call it 4 yards now. So if you look to the top of your screen as well for the watchers and even the listeners, a pretty good crowd that made the trip to Anthony, New Mexico. A lot of red.
Well, not a lot of visiting bleachers here at this stadium.
Right.
They're pretty much full of Roswell Coyote fans.
About 3,000 people can fit in this stadium, and look at that. That's going to be number 6. That's going to be Isaac Gonzalez.
That direct snap?
It is.
So Wildcat action is going to get him 1 yard.
So 1 yard for Isaac Gonzalez.
Bring up a fourth down. Let's see if they go to the line quick, try to draw him off here. But I figure we're going either way here. They might call a timeout, but.
All right, and there's Luke Lynn with the hard count. And might call a timeout here. Let's see what Derek Gomez is going to do here. Might go under center. Oh, okay, they're going to change the play at the line. There is going to be the snap. Luke Lynn with the draw play. And that's going to work for another first down. Luis Rodriguez at the 30-yard line. 25, And now
that ball's out.
It's going to be recovered by Gadsden on the fumble.
Yeah, it went from the 47 to the 17, but coughed it up at the end. Now let's see where they spot it, the 18.
You know, a lot of questioning. They're saying, was he down before the fumble? But the officials are saying differently. They're saying the ball was out of his hands before the knee touched.
35-yard gain, but gives it up at the end. So effectively, like a punt.
Right.
You know, it was 4th down and 5. They'd have been hard-pressed to get the ball inside the 20 with a punt from there. So, you know, not disastrous, but you hate to see the turnover when you're driving.
All right, let's see what happens here with Coach Facio's first possession here. It's going to be the quarterback is going to be number 7, Ethan Morales. Morales will hand it off, and positive yardage for the Gadsden Panthers.
Yeah, maybe 2 yards. But Coyotes are all over that. I'm going to give Borrego credit for the tackle.
All right, going to bring up a second down situation for the Gadsden Panthers, working from the right hash. About 64 degrees here in Anthony, New Mexico. We are live, KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. And there's going to be a running play this time to Anthony Palomares.
Yeah, and how about Nick and I on that tackle?
Yeah, Nick and I doing his job defensively for the Roswell Coyotes. He is pumped up and ready to go.
Gain of about 2 there, going to bring up 3rd and 6. And big down for this defense. If they can get the initial 3 and out, that's going to say a lot to how they're going to go forward here.
All right, the flag is going to be on the Roswell Coyotes. Defensively for the Roswell Coyotes, the starting line from the left to right will be number 15, David Gauman, the senior, followed by number 53, Gabriel Villegas, the defensive tackle. And then number 78 is Daniel Borrego, the right defensive tackle, and then Faustino Tarin, number 16. They're all classified as seniors. And as far as the cornerbacks, be Isaiah Aranda and David Frescas. And then, of course, the safeties will be Nick Anaya and Kyle Williams. But the 3 linebackers this evening will be number 11, Joaquin Bolaños, Jonathan Ellis, and Cannon Ramage. There's going to be the handoff. And not much here on the handoff.
Yeah, good job by Faustino Tarin and others.
Juan Rios with the carry.
So while you're going over the lineups, we did have a unsportsmanlike penalty of some sort on the Roswell Coyotes. That's how they got to this point on the field. Didn't see what or why, but it might have been Anaya for celebrating after that tackle.
All right, and there's number 7, Ethan Morales, with some running room, and finally runs into a couple of bricks.
Jonathan Ellis announced his presence with authority there, partner.
Well, Jonathan Ellis is glad to be back on the field. You know, he had sustained an injury weeks ago, and now, you know what, as a matter of fact, I don't know, you might, top of your head, I don't think Jonathan Ellis played in this game last time the Coyotes played the Gadsden Panthers.
You know, I can't remember if he did or not. I can actually go back and see. I'll check that after this play.
All right, 3rd down and 4, ball from the 43-yard line. And in trouble is the quarterback, Ethan Morales.
Yeah, Gauman just staying with it, gets the sack. And that was huge on 3rd down because now it makes it 3rd and long, and that punt team will come out.
All right, so 4th down. They're going to call it 4th and 4.
I think without that sack, they probably go for it there.
Well, you're in the semifinal game here, Coach. Anything is possible here. So just one of the things that Roswell Coyotes are going to have to do is be disciplined at the line. Don't jump. Make sure the ball is snapped. And let's see if they bring the house. And almost blocked.
Yeah, really short, high punt.
And good field possession for the Roswell Coyotes. About the 29-yard line is where the Coyotes will take over. 1st and 10. 0-0 is the score. And let's see if we have an update from Brian Urlacher Stadium. Coach, do you have anything?
Still 14-14. Who's ahead? Oh, Lovington's gone ahead 17-14 at halftime.
All right, so the Lovington Wildcats with a field goal, and that's in the second quarter still, I believe.
Halftime.
It is halftime. Okay, halftime. All right, Luke Lynn, the quarterback, will be shotgun to the right side. Ball will be on the 30. Luis Rodriguez fumbled on the first drive. He wants it back, see if he can make something happen here, and he does, as he will get positive yardage for the Roswell Coyotes.
About 14 on that one. So he's already up to 67 yards.
Crazy.
He just had the fumble, unfortunately, on the last carry.
All right, so first down and 10 from the 30 to left hash. Luke Lynn. He will get the snap and a quick pass, and it's going to be caught. And that's going to be number 6, Isaac Gonzalez. And a job well done by Gonzalez. And speaking of Gonzalez, well, let's just talk about this line real quick for the Roswell Coyotes. That front line has really come together here since week 1 and has done their job. I know Coach Lynn had talked about that in the pregame and was very, very positive about the offensive line for the Roswell Coyotes. It's going to be first down and 10, ball from the 45-yard line. It's going to be Luke Lynn, and this time he's going to take it himself.
Yeah, and that's a busted play. You're going to get about 5 out of it, but he turned one way to at least fake the handoff, and then the running back went the other way.
Well, I don't know if something was wrong with Luis Rodriguez, maybe some nerves there. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, as you mentioned, over 60 yards plus on this afternoon here in quarter 1. The front line consists of number 54, Isaiah Trujillo, C.J. Kennard at the left guard. Center will be Edgar Sotero, Ethan Lopez at right guard, and Emmanuel Sanchez will be doing the job on the front line to protect Lynn and the running backs here. And it's going to be handed off to Nathaniel Lujan, and he's going to be close. I think he's going to be shy of the first down.
You're going to pick up about 4, and Nathaniel Lujan is basically playing kind of half Ironman football right now. He's getting reps at running back, but he's also getting about half the reps as one of the defensive backs as well. So that's just Coach Lynn using guys where he needs them, and I like it. If he's not getting the carries that he had early in the season on offense, put him in on defense. He's a talented kid.
All right, third down and 2, and it's going to be handed off again to Nathaniel Lujan. He's on his feet, and still on his feet at the 30-yard line. And let's see if they'll mark him down at the 31. Coyotes will be first and 10 now from about the 20. It's going to be at the 31-yard line. You had Colby Sanchez also with Diego Sanchez. Isaac Gonzalez doing the wide receiver spots here, and then, of course, Luis Rodriguez along with Nathaniel Lujan, Olin Ingram, Noah Estrada involved in the offense. Captain quarterback is Luke Lynn. There's going to be the toss over to Luis Rodriguez at the 30-yard line, 25-yard line, and now finally brought down.
And then the ball came out there again. He's got to be careful with that football. I mean, that's already one. Don't want to see any more. He was down first, they said, but yeah, be careful, young man.
All right, they're going to call it second down and 5. Ball on the 26-yard line. Defensively, 4 Gadsden, 3-man front. And there is Luke Lynn going to throw to the end zone and just incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I'm 100% okay with that because he saw the coverage was tight. He put it out there where either his guy gets it or nobody gets it. So to me, that's an incompletion, but that's a good incompletion. I like that throw.
All right, so incomplete pass will bring up a third down and 5. Let's see what Coach Lynn's offense will do here.
Yeah, I expect Coach
Gomez,
Coach Gomez to run the ball here, knowing that if they don't get it, that they're going to be going for it on fourth down.
All right, so there's communication on the front line. Luke Lynn kind of changing the play and saying, hey, let's do this here. We have Nathaniel Lujan here in the background, and he is going to hand it off this time, and it looks like Nathaniel Lujan at the 25, 20, 15, and still on his feet. No whistle.
Yeah, it's going to be a first down. Interesting to see where they spot it. They're going to give him the 16-yard line, looks like, so about 10 on that one.
So Nathaniel Lujan doing his job in the backfield. And that's exactly what you need from Nathaniel Lujan. He is classified as a senior and saying, hey, listen, you know what? Give me those reps. I want that opportunity to get in here. Let's get these Coyotes in the lead here. It's 1st and 10 from the 26. Lujan again on the toss. He's on the 20-yard line, 15 now, and finally brought down about the 14-yard line. That has not been confirmed, just from our angle at least. So good hard run again from Nathaniel Lujan.
Yeah, and you want to talk about patient. He's just jogging behind his blockers there, waiting for the seam to open up.
I love it. 2nd down and 5. Ball on the 15-yard line. So gain of 5 for Nathaniel Lujan. All right, Coyotes threatening here in this first quarter. 2nd drive. And here comes Luis Rodriguez from the 10. 5. Touchdown! Coyotes!
15 yards, and the Coyotes strike first. And Luis Rodriguez making up for the earlier fumble and scores from 15 yards out. Once again, great job by that line. I mean, just he had all kinds of room to work with out there on the outside.
All right, so Ben Vera set to kick the point after touchdown. And tell you what, I can't believe he's already a sophomore. Semester's almost over in about 3 weeks. Ben Vera, the PAT's up and good. We're going to take a break live from Anthony, New Mexico, Sal Gonzalez Stadium. Coyotes lead 7-0, KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
All right, welcome back to Sal Gonzalez Stadium in Anthony, New Mexico. We are here in the 2025 Nusenda Credit Union State Football Semifinal game. Winner will advance to the 5A State Championship. Coyotes get on the board first from 15 yards out. Luis Rodriguez, and the point after touchdown by Vin Vera makes it 7-0 here in quarter one.
Yeah, just a good, solid, methodical drive there. They're moving the ball pretty easily on the first drive, too, if not for the fumble. They did have to convert a 4th down, which I guess technically they didn't. Or you can say they did get it and then fumbled. But
sure.
Yeah, I'm pleased with how both squads have looked here to start off this game.
7-0 is the score, and the Roswell Coyotes set to kick, and Ben Vera will walk over to about the 29-yard line, 30-31 now, and he's going to look to the right, left, and make sure everybody's set. The left-footed kicker, here comes Ben Vera on the trot, and will kick it. And this time he will kick it deep, and it's going to be returnable. Uh-oh. And look at that, the Gadsden Panthers with a nice run.
Yeah, Lujan saved the touchdown using that speed on special teams. So now we've seen Lujan make plays on all 3 phases. But what a return by Gadsden. Who was that?
Anthony Palomares.
Okay. So that puts defense in a bit of a bind. You were asking if Ellis played in the earlier game. We went back and looked. He played to the tune of 12 tackles to lead the team. So, yeah, he's familiar with these guys.
Oh, that's always great to see.
Oh, we have a penalty?
Looks like there is.
Or maybe they said he stepped out of bounds before he did?
Yeah, I don't think there was any penalty, but we do have an update, as you mentioned earlier, from Lovington. Lovington 17, Artesia Bulldogs 14 at halftime. All right, the quarterback for the Gadsden Panthers, Ethan Morales. Hand that off over to Juan Rios. So good job by Juan Rios and the Gadsden Panthers. We'll get a few yards there as the Gadsden Panthers had a nice return from Anthony Palomares. And we were talking about our boy earlier.
Oh, is that who had the tackle?
Yes,
that
sir.
time? Was Ellis? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So 2 tackles.
All right, so Ellis with the tackle, and this time there's going to be a timeout taken. We're going to take one, too. We'll be right back. Coyotes with the lead, 7-0, KSVPTV.com and 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Mopin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Mopin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Mopin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
All right, we are back, KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. A timeout taken on the field. Coyotes do lead 7-0. Coyotes got on the board with a 15-yard touchdown run from Luis Rodriguez, and then, of course, Ben Vera with the extra point was good. I am impressed, Coach, with both squads. This is the second drive for the Gadsden Panthers. Coyotes on the first drive moved the ball well, but Luis Rodriguez coughed the ball up about the 20, and then the Gadsden Panthers recovered.
Well, and I'll tell you what, that's a quick quarter. You know, that this was the quarter as they switched sides of the field, and
it is the quarter.
It snuck up on me there.
I'm sorry. I thought it was a timeout. Coach, it is the end of the first quarter. All right. Ball's going to be handed off.
Yeah,
again to Juan Rios.
I think he's going to have the first down, depending on the spot. It looks like they have it. They're telling him to move the chains, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20. And a trip to the red zone for Gadsden.
Yeah, I do apologize, Coach. I was doing some notes here. It was the end of the first quarter. That was quick.
It was.
All right, so let's see if any text messages are coming through here, and they are. All right, and there is
wide open.
Morales, and he will dump it over to the flat area on the left side, and a touchdown for the Gadsden Panthers. And now it's a new ball game, 7-6, and let's see what Gadsden will do here. If Aatio will decide to kick the PAT or try the 2-point conversion, I would imagine he would go for the extra point.
Yeah, I would think so, and that was just a little improvisation there as Rios, not looking downfield, but then sees his guy come out of the backfield and finds him wide open for the touchdown.
Yeah, nicely done by Gadsden.
Morales, not Rios.
Yeah, Morales, I beg your pardon. So nicely done, and it's, like I said, a new ball game. And you have Ethan Morales.
Yeah, he's the holder, so you got to watch out because he can just take off and run it.
Yeah, Santi Herrera will do the kicking for the Gadsden Panthers. And there is the snap, and that is good. All right, 7-7 now is the score. We're going to take a break. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We'll be right back.
The holiday season is the perfect time to cozy up with Plateau, because right now receive a $100 credit when you sign up for True Fiber Internet with Plateau. When you cozy up to True Fiber Internet from Plateau, you'll get reliable, blazing fast speed to stream more, game more, and surf more than ever before. And with a $100 credit when you sign up today, you'll save more too. Call 1-877-PLATEAU or log on to plateautel.com today and cozy up to True Fiber Internet from Plateau.
All right, welcome back to the 25 Nusenda Credit Union State Football Semifinal game as Morales to Rios on the left side, and the point after touchdown for Gadsden makes it a new ball game, 7-7. Coach, what's your thoughts here Well, talk about the first quarter and then the first drive of the second quarter.
Well, I mean, I'm just impressed by Gadsden's ability to, take that initial hit. They got scored on, and they didn't say, oh, here we go again. They said, we're in this thing. Take advantage of the good kick return. And just a great play by the quarterback to improvise a little bit, get the ball to an open man. And like you said, we got a whole new ball game here.
All right, so here comes the Gadsden Panthers. And they will kick it deep. And it's going to be Isaac Gonzalez. They'll have the opportunity to return it. And it almost looked like the ball came out, but Gadsden doing their job on special teams.
They've been really good on special teams. They've won the special teams battle so far in this ball game, and it just often overlooked is that third part of this football game, and that is special teams. That can win or lose it for you as well sometimes.
All right, so first down and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line for the Roswell Coyotes. So there's a thriller down in Lovington with the Lovington Wildcats with the lead 17-13 at halftime. All tied up here in Anthony, New Mexico. The ball's going to be handed off. And it's going to be positive yardage for the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, about 4 on that for Luis.
All right, so second down and about 6 for the Coyotes. I wonder if they'll do a quick slip screen here or try something in the flat area here. And they're going to look to the right side and maybe take a shot down the line. And incomplete. As they're going to say.
No, that's complete.
No, they're going to say it's complete finally. Okay, so it is going to be complete. So it's going to be a nice job by the Roswell Coyotes and Isaac Gonzalez. I beg your pardon, it might have been Colby Sanchez.
Yeah, 36 yards on that completion. Nice ball by Luke.
It's a good job by the Roswell Coyotes, taking the shot down the sidelines. And Luke Lynn again in trouble, escapes trouble, and just goes out of bounds, and that's probably the right thing to do.
Well, going right into that last defender to get the extra yard, though. And he's going to pick up 7. And the home crowd wanted a hold on that, but I didn't see one.
It kind of looked like Luke Lynn was just limping a little bit there. I think he's okay. Yeah, Luke Lynn, he's about 6'3", maybe even 6'4" these days, Coach. He's just huge.
He said closer to 6'4", just a shade under it.
And right about he said about 210. I say like 220.
Yeah, 220.
Just a huge, huge quarterback. I wonder if he's going to be able to play at the next level at that position. Just throws the ball exceptionally well. Pistol formation for Roswell. Handed off this time to Luis Rodriguez.
Wow, look at him lower the shoulder and just go right into the defenders. That's a really nice run on second down.
And now the Roswell Coyotes moving the ball, doing their job. This is only the third drive of the ball game for the Roswell Coyotes.
3 drives and 104 yards on the ground for Luis Rodriguez, including the 15-yard touchdown. He is something else. That little guy is just something else.
Nathaniel Lujan in the backfield now for the Coyotes. Quick pass over to number 6, Isaac Gonzalez. And finally brought down at the 19-yard line. So quick pass from Lynn to Gonzalez. And they're going to say tackled by Troy Vargas by the Gadsden Panthers. A lot of listeners and watchers on KSVPTV.com. Text messages are coming in.
Well, I'll tell you what. I just want to say a big thanks to Pecos Valley Broadcasting for getting the rights to this game so people can watch it.
All right, so Nathaniel Lujan again with positive yardage.
Yeah, about 10. That's going to be close to first down yardage. See if they go second short or first and goal. They're going to say first and goal.
Yeah, they're going to say first and goal, and the Coyotes threatening again. Really, really impressed, not just with Luis Rodriguez, but Nathaniel Lujan, the senior.
Well, he's got 35 yards here, and Luke Lynn's got 11. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, already 18 rushes in the game for the Roswell Coyotes.
All right.
And 7 passes, so they're pretty run heavy to start the game.
Colby Sanchez and number 6, Isaac Gonzalez at the bottom of your screen. Quarterback is Luke Lynn. They're going to go shotgun and hand this off to Nathaniel Lujan from the 10 at the 5. And going to finally be brought down. So nice hard run by the senior running back, Nathaniel Lujan. So we're going to bring it up 2nd down and goal for the Roswell Coyotes. Luis Rodriguez enters the huddle, and Nathaniel Lujan will go to the sideline. You have Gonzalez and Sanchez at the top of your screen. It is a 7-7 here in this second quarter. Lynn looking to the sideline, trying to change the play at the line. It is Luke Lynn. Speed option. And Lynn recovers it. Speed option to the left side. And it looks like the Gadsden Panthers got a hand on it. The relationship between Lynn and Rodriguez, not very good.
Well, I think Luke just decided not to pitch it too late and then just kind of fumbled it, and I think it got knocked out of his hands. I don't think it was a miss. I don't think he dropped it, but it is going to go down as a 7-8 yard loss and bring up 3rd and goal from the 13.
Yeah, that relationship has to be quicker. You read that outside 9 technique and just go ahead and get it quicker, but it is going to be 3rd down and 13. Ball on the 13 now. We're here in the second quarter here in Gadsden, New Mexico. Anthony Gadsden, actually. And there's Luke Lynn into the end zone, and boy, that's a live ball.
Yeah, Luke had a real good chance to catch his own pass there and take off with it. Instead, they're going to bring the kicking team out, and I like this decision.
I absolutely love this decision. Now, Ben Vera, the left-footed kicker here, let's see if he can get these Roswell Coyotes in the lead.
Well, I think he's just kicked the 1 on the season.
So this will be a 30-yard field goal attempt.
Sorry, 2 for 2. 2 for 2 on the season. Let's see if he can go 3 for 3.
All right, so Ben Vera.
Oh, it's short.
And that is going to be no good. It looked like there might have been a hand.
Yeah,
they got on the ball.
Yeah, it looked like it was blocked.
All right, so the field goal is no good. And now look at the Gadsden Panthers. They are pumped up on the sideline saying, listen, we have the defending state champions, the number 2 ranked team in the 5A. Right now, we got them at 7, and it's all tied up.
Yeah, and this ball will come out to the 20. Any missed field goal comes out to the 20. So that's where the Gadsden Panthers will start this drive. And we started the 3rd quarter at Brian Urlacher Field, and Lovington will have the ball first.
Tell you what a ball game. This is here in Anthony, New Mexico. The handoff over to Juan Rios.
And trying to strip it out is Joaquin Bolaños, as it looks like Gauman makes the tackle.
You know, Kelly, what is your opinion on this? You know, the Roswell Coyotes, left this morning at 6:45 this morning. They had the opportunity to go and stay overnight, and Coach Lynn elected not to do so.
Yeah, he doesn't like to spend the night for any reason, and I don't blame him. 75 high school kids.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I mean, there was times where we took the trip to Farmington, and we went up that day and came back after the ball game. You know, excuse me. His strategy is that, you sleep in the bed that you own, and you try to get a good night's sleep and get up early if you can. There's a lot of things that could happen overnight, You know, especially as you mentioned with high school kids. I'm not saying that's the case, but I agree with Coach Lynn. Get a good night's sleep and then get up in the morning and get going here. Now, as we have talked about in the past here, Kelly, you know the Roswell Coyotes, at least this year, have really not really struggled. I shouldn't say struggled, might be the bad word, but you know, they score late, and most of the time it's in the third and the fourth quarter for the Roswell Coyotes. They kind of usually have a slow start in the first, come on strong in the second, but in the third and the fourth quarter they really come on and take care of business.
Well, they may need that in this one. I mean, with a tie game past halfway through the second quarter, if you're Gadsden, you got to love how the game's played out, especially now that they're driving the ball, looking to take the lead here at midfield.
All right, and there's number 7 again, Morales.
And that's going to be incomplete as Galman is chasing him down. I thought he was going to get the sack, but Morales able to escape, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, 3rd and 7 from midfield. And it's going to be middle part of the field, as I should say.
Right. Couldn't be any more middle of the field than that, right?
That's correct. All right, Ethan Morales, the senior quarterback, will be shotgun. To the right side is Rios. In trouble is Morales. He's going to throw to the sideline. It's going to be caught. Oh, wait a minute. Let's make sure that's confirmed.
Yeah, they're going to say he caught it. And Anaya said he pushed me off to get open, but no flag. So it's going to be a first down right at the 40-yard line, so 10-yard gain on 3rd and 7.
Yeah, it's going to be caught by Rios. And, Coach, a lot of people, and like I said, you know, said that this was going to be a pretty good contest. Expect Gadsden to come out on fire. And some people are predicting Gadsden to win this ballgame. All right, it's going to be first down and 10 from the 40, right hash. Morales will hand that over to number 1. That's going to be Armando Ramirez. And will be tackled for a loss.
And Galman came to play today. Art, that's just a great play by David Galman. He's been all over the field. Already has a sack in the ball game. There's a tackle for a loss. His second of the game, obviously, with the sack. And you just love to see that from a senior.
Yeah, nice police escort early this morning as the Coyotes headed to Gadsden west on 2nd Street, and very appreciative of law enforcement to make that happen. And there's going to be a timeout by Gadsden. We'll take one too. It's all tied up at 7 here in the second quarter. KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Thanksgiving season is here, and Roswell Honda is serving up the savings. Now through November 26th, find huge rebates and discounts across the lot for you to gobble up. Plus, get a free soda 12-pack just for stopping by, free pie with a qualified test drive, and a free turkey with purchase. And register to win a $300 Thanksgiving gift card. 1 entry for stopping by, 2 with social media share, 3 with qualified test driver service, and 5 with purchase. Drawing Wednesday the 26th at noon live on Facebook. Gobble up the savings at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
All right, welcome back to the 2025 Nusenda Credit Union State Football Semifinal game as the Gadsden Panthers took a timeout. And as we were mentioning, Coach, the Roswell Coyotes did have that nice police escort as they headed west this morning. And again, what was your opinion, Coach? Do you think this trip plays a big factor?
Well, it's a long way to go. I mean, whether you go the day before, you go game day, it's a long time to sit on the bus. And, you know, it's definitely an advantage for the home team. You know, despite Roswell being the 2 seed, it's the way they do it in New Mexico. They have to go on the road.
All right, so Morales in trouble, and
wow.
That's a big, big play. Look at Joaquin Bolaños, excited. Looks over to the sideline saying, let's go, and nice sack by the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, he was in there. Jonathan Ellis providing pressure from the left side, and boy, you just can't take that big a loss. You got to get rid of that football. That's a 14-yard sack for Bolaños, and that's a drive killer right there.
All right, so it's going to bring up a third and very long, about 3rd and 29. And so the Gadsden Panthers will get back in Coyote territory.
Now 3rd and El Paso, is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Update from Brian Urlacher Field, Artesia 21, Lovington 17. They're in the 3rd quarter.
All right, so here's number 7 again. Ethan Morales will hand this off to Rios, the big running back with positive yardage.
Yeah, gets all the sack yardage back.
Yeah, it goes back to the original line of scrimmage. Will bring up a 4th down situation for the Panthers.
Yeah, 4th and about 11. Is it 4th and 11 or 3rd and 11? I think it's 4th.
It's going to be 4th down. Yes, sir. It's going to be 4th and about 11.
So this is interesting because this is too close to punt, too far for a field goal. The down and distance isn't ideal for going for it here with 4th and 11, but that's really your only choice, I think.
Well, you're in the semifinal game. Coach Fascio is a gambling man. He says, let's go for it. And there's Morales rolling out to the left side. And we'll throw to the flat area, and it's going to be caught for a 1st down.
Tell you what, that's the kind of play that wins football games right there. 2nd and 25.
And gets the 1st down.
You know, it took him 2 plays to do it, but tell you what, that's a great job by Gadsden.
So 7-7 is your score here at Gadsden High School in Anthony, New Mexico.
And Lovington answers back. If there's no flags, the cannon goes off, and it looks like Lovington's retaking the lead.
All right, Rios with the ball, and we'll get just a couple. And there's going to be a flag on the play, and that's going to be on the Gadsden Panthers, it looks like.
Yeah, they're upset about it.
Might be a personal foul.
And they're discussing.
All right, so let's see here as they're having discussion. And it's hard to...
Boy, it's on Roswell.
It's on Roswell. So we can't, let's see. All right, we're going to try to get this better here. I know that the score is 7-7. We're here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, a little over 2 minutes left here before halftime, and now Gadsden with a great opportunity to score and take a lead in to halftime if they can get a stop on defense or take all the time to score here.
All right, Fascio will hand that off again, and Rios doing his job. We'll see if we can get that adjusted when we get a chance. So it's 7-7. Trying to get you the time left in the 1st half.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a minute 32, but
all right, so it looks like we have a minute 30 seconds left here in the 1st half. So we apologize. All right, there's going to be a fake handoff and thrown into the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. Good coverage by the Roswell Coyotes, and I think that's Joaquin Bolaños.
Yeah, absolutely was, and handling that slot receiver, great job by the senior. Joaquin Bolaños had the huge sack earlier, but had Gadsden able to overcome it. And now it's going to be 3rd and 5 on the 8, which means they can get a 1st down. The clock stopped on the incompletion.
Yeah, 7-7 is the score here in this 1st half. 3 drives apiece here for both squads. And Morales, there's the pass over to the left side, and boy, I tell you what, he was wide open, but just drops the ball in that flat area, actually more the sideline area, and it's going to be incomplete. So now Coach Fascio will have a decision to make here if he's going to go on 4th down or kick the field goal.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to kick and try to take a 3-point lead in at halftime, which might be ironic if they get it and we don't score again. Both semifinals would have the underdog at home winning by 3 at halftime. That's
yeah. Well, we'll see what happens here. So, yes, it is going to be a field goal attempt. And it's going to be about a 20-yard field goal attempt.
25.
25. Okay, 25?
Yeah, right at the 15-yard line. So.
Oh, yes, you're right. At the 15, so 25-yard.
Ooh, high snap.
And it looks like the Gadsden Panthers will take the lead here in the second quarter as they lead 10-7. We're going to take a break. KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
All right, welcome back to KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We are here at Sal Gonzalez Stadium in Anthony, New Mexico for the 2025 Nusenda Credit Union State Football Semifinal game between Roswell and Anthony Gadsden, the Panthers. And, Coach, it's 10-7 in favor of the Panthers.
Yeah, that would shock a lot of people, myself included. And now Luke Lynn and the offense, they're capable of quick hitters here, so let's see if they have enough time here with just a little over a minute to play in the first half.
All right, and there is the kick from the 5-yard line are the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, good return by Isaac Gonzalez. About a 29-yard return.
Yeah, about 61 seconds left here in the first half. The score is 10-7 in favor of the Panthers.
Yeah, and all their timeouts. So, I mean, there's plenty of time for Roswell here. It'll just depend on, how Coach Gomez wants to go about getting down the field in chunks here.
All right, we'll get that adjusted here in just a moment. So first down and 10 from the 34. And here comes the Roswell Coyotes. Luke Lynn dropping back to pass. Tries up the middle. It's going to be caught up the field to Noah Estrada.
Going from the 35 to the 45. So a 20-yard completion there. Nicely done.
All right, so we're going to adjust the volume here to make sure our voices are being heard. A little low, but here's Luke Lynn. Going to be complete a pass over to the left side. That's going to be number 5, Colby Sanchez.
Yeah, his second grab. We'll see where they spot the ball. Oh, they're going to say incomplete.
Oh, it's going to be an incomplete pass. All right. All right, so second down and 10. The Roswell Coyotes trying to get on the board here in the first half. All right, you have number 5, Colby Sanchez, at the bottom of your screen. Here is the draw the draw play. And that's going to be Luis Rodriguez. Good hard run and out about the 30-yard line.
Gain of 15. We have flags on the play.
And
so we'll see if this stands or not. Coyotes are coming back, so.
Coyotes are coming back. What do we have, a holding call on the Coyotes?
Well, they had already sent the chain gang down the other way. So they'll come back and reset. They still haven't indicated anything. But it looks like it was a hold at about the 42, so it's going to put the ball at the 48-yard line, I think. Oh, no, they're going to mark it off from the line of scrimmage. Okay.
All right, so let's see what Derek Gomez will do here. Derek Gomez, the offensive coordinator for the Roswell Coyotes.
So they're going to say that hold occurred right at the line of scrimmage. So second down over again, but second 20 now from the other 45.
Yeah, empty set now for Luke Lynn. It's 10-7 is your score in favor of the Gadsden Panthers. All right, Luke Lynn dropping back to pass, in trouble, has some running room, midfield, and finally out of bounds about the 45-yard line.
Now they're going to mark him all the way back at the 48, I think. So that'll be about 7 yards on the carry for Luke Lynn.
All right, so it's going to bring up a third down situation for the Coyotes.
Yeah, the Coyotes have to call a timeout here.
All right, so a quick timeout. We're going to take one, too, from Gadsden, New Mexico. 10-7 is the score at KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Mopin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Mopin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Mopin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
All right, we are back as the Roswell Coyotes took a timeout. Quick discussion. I'm trying to get on the board here, at least in field goal range, if all possible.
Well, this is big down because, they haven't changed the scoreboard, but it's 3rd and 13.
Yeah, third.
From the Gadsden 48.
Trying to get you the time here. Left.
Less than a minute.
For sure. All right, so Luke Lynn will be in pistol formation. Dropping back at the 45-yard line, and there is that draw play again to Luis Rodriguez.
Oh, that's a good open field tackle, and he coughed it up again.
And it looks like the Gadsden Panthers will have the ball, but let's see.
And the offense and defense are staying on the field.
They're saying he might have been down before the fumble. So that we'll have discussion. So no, it's going to be Coyote ball. And it looks like the Coyotes are going to call a timeout.
Well, they have to because time's going to tick down here on 4th down.
Well, let's just stay here and have discussion here. So
yeah, and the reason you call a timeout now instead of waiting until the clock goes down a little farther because it's 4th down is that if you do pick up the 9 yards, you need more time on the clock potentially. So the timeout's called at the right time, but if you are going to go for it, it's a little risky there.
All right, so an update from Lovington, 28-24 in favor of the Artesia Bulldogs.
And not sure about the time, but they are in the 3rd quarter there.
Was that a 2-point conversion?
No.
Oh.
No, they just kicked it again. So back and forth game. That's the 4th lead change, I believe.
All right, so 4th down and 9. Coyotes will be going for it here on 4th down. The Gadsden Panthers sideline is trying to get the crowd involved, saying, let's go. And there's going to be a flag.
They might have got part of it here. Now, Luke Lynn looks exasperated. This is going to be on Roswell, I believe.
All right, so Lynn is going to go to the sideline and talk to Gomez. So 4th down. All right, here's the thing, Kelly. Do you go ahead and try to get the first down? Of course you're going to try to do that, or you just take a shot in the end zone.
Well, it's not. Gadsden's not going to have a ton of time if you don't convert this 4th down. But don't be surprised if Luke kicks this. which is probably the right thing to do. Probably the safe thing to do.
All right.
He's going to take a shot.
He is going to go for it, and he is in trouble. And he is going to throw it down the field. And it looks like it's going to be picked off.
Yeah, less than 10 seconds left, though. That serves the same purpose as a punt.
Right.
But it will be an interception.
All right, so yes, you're right. Okay, so if you're just now tuning in to the ball game, the Gadsden Panthers with the lead, 10-7. Just seconds left here in the first half. We do have an update from Lovington. The Artesia Bulldogs now with the lead, 28-24. That is in the third.
Yeah, Lovington driving, though. They're around midfield. They just got a procedure penalty, but they are on the move.
All right, so Gadsden going to see if they can get one last play, possible 2 plays. There's the handoff to Rios. And
penalty flag.
There's going to be a flag, all right. So maybe one last play here.
And it's a hold. So you'll take that one.
Well, Kyle still have a chance here if they can try to force a fumble, scoop and pick 6 possibly, or INT.
I'll tell you what, if you're Gadsden, the smart play here is to take an 8.
That's the right thing to do.
Let's see if they do it. Now you're going to go second and, 20, 21.
Yeah, and the ball will be on about the 13-yard line.
Yeah, first and 20, I should say. Downs don't really matter at this point.
And let's see, they're just going to say, let's go ahead and let the quarter expire, and that's what's going to happen. All right, so the first half is now in the books. Gadsden with the lead, 10-7. We're going to take a break. Live from Anthony, New Mexico, Gadsden 10, Coyotes 7. KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Hi, my name is Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
Thanks to a partnership with the City of Artesia, Eddy County residents are automatically enrolled in Aero Medevac's free air ambulance program, ensuring no out-of-pocket costs if flown by Aero. You can print your membership card on the City of Artesia's website. Keep this card with your ID and health insurance to act as a request for Aero Medevac. Eddy County residents, take advantage of this free benefit and make sure when you need it most, fly with Aero Medevac. Life support by air. Temperatures are falling, and Fulkerson wants to get you ready for the seasons ahead with the Right Fit membership program. For as little as $15 per month or $199 a year, you can rest assured knowing your unit is ready. With biannual HVAC maintenance, as well as reduced dispatch fees, even in the middle of the night. Plus, a 15% discount on all services provided by Fulkerson, as well as preferred scheduling. Be ready for the seasons ahead. Become a Right Fit member with Fulkerson today. Call 575-319-9984 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Check out some of the Thanksgiving savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select boxes of Stovetop Stuffing Mix are $1.98 each, and select boxes of Food Club Cornbread Mix are 3 for $1. In produce, sweet potatoes are 3 pounds for $1, and bunches of celery are 2 for $1. In the meat department, bone-in Hormel spiral sliced hams are $1.99 a pound, and honeysuckle white young turkeys are 89 cents a pound. Limit 1 per customer, thereafter $1.29 a pound. These are just some of the Thanksgiving savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
7 big days of doorbusters now at National Furniture Liquidator. Corner desk $78, chest of drawers $98, 3-piece sectional $11.97, occasional chairs $98, TV stand $144, twin mattress $98, recliners $148, or an Ashley sofa $277, and more. Hundreds of pre-Black Friday doorbusters, but hurry because quantities are limited. 7 big days of doorbusters only at National Furniture Liquidators. When it comes to value, quality, and selection, nobody beats Shorty.
Folks, listen up. Right here at Roswell Hyundai, I'm making it easy. You bring me $500 down, and I can get you riding today. No long waits, no runaround, just a guaranteed approval. I'll get you in a car you love at a payment you can handle. It's that simple. $500 down, you're approved. That's my promise, and I stand by it. I'm Lil Will Wonka, the master of credit. If you make $15 an hour, I guarantee you're approved. Come see me.
Visit Roswell Hyundai today, 1909 West 2nd in Roswell.
And welcome back to halftime here for our semifinal playoff matchup between the Roswell Coyotes and the Gadsden Panthers. As is always our tradition here for halftime, we have Britt Cooper, Athletic Director for the Roswell Independent School District, back with us. Morning, Britt.
Good morning.
Or afternoon, I should say. Of course, another exciting weekend of playoff football here. Obviously, just to remind folks, because of the way the who situation, even though, so if people are wondering why a 2 seed's traveling to a 6 seed, well, it's because in the playoff history, the last time they played in Roswell, therefore Roswell owes Gadsden.
We hosted them last year in the semifinal, and that's why we have to go down to Gadsden this year in the semifinal.
Very much the same reason why, with the other game going on right now between Artesia and Lovington, why, despite Artesia being the higher seed, they're playing that game in Lovington this afternoon. So let's. I don't want to put carts before horse. We got another half of football to play and everything else here. But assuming Roswell goes on to win this game here today, that means they will play a championship next weekend. At this point, we know it's either going to be Artesia or Lovington. Explain the who owes who scenario for both those teams if they do play next week.
Well, if it's Artesia, we will play at Artesia because last year the state championship game was in Roswell. The year before that, it was state championship game was in Artesia. So it's Artesia's year if that scenario comes about. If it's Lovington, we're the higher seed. We've never played in the semifinals or finals in football, so the game would be at the Wool Bowl.
Very good. So Lovington, we're going to got a home game, but Artesia, we get to go make a road trip to Artesia, and which, granted, you always want a home game, but I think from a player's perspective, it's pretty special to play in that stadium in the Bulldog Bowl. Yeah. So I think either way, Coyotes are going to be happy. So
yeah, we just want to be in a state championship game wherever it's at, and we just take it as it comes.
Now, speculating a little bit, I know it'll be the Thanksgiving, the holiday next week and everything else, but because these games are relatively close distance-wise, whether it's Roswell to Lovington or to Artesia, those are relatively short trips. Is that game going to be played on a Saturday, guaranteed?
Yes. It's set for Saturday.
Okay,
so it'll be Saturday at 1:00. Because it's already set by the NMAA.
Okay, I didn't know if coaches got any discretion on that, playing on a Friday or Saturday. No, it's win, lose, or draw. You're playing it Saturday at 1:00.
Right.
Basically. Gotcha. Okay, so that'll eliminate that confusion. Everybody's worrying about getting back for Black Friday shopping and everything to get to a ball game. But we'll have, and of course, again, not putting the cart before the horse, but like the rest of the playoffs, tickets are purchased through the NMAA. Obviously Roswell High will have a link out that you can go and purchase tickets through, but you're not going to be able to purchase tickets at the gate or anything like that. So
yeah, it'll be all through GoFan. So
yep, absolutely. Well, let's talk a little bit about now we're transitioning to winter sports and things. Kind of talk about some of the stuff that's really on tap here as we shift from fall to winter sports here.
Yeah, we're about to get in the swing of it. In fact, Goddard's playing today at Deming in girls basketball in their first game. I mean,
very good.
We've got a couple of scrimmages going on with other teams, but no, that one was set early, so it's already that time. So we'll get in full swing the week we come back from Thanksgiving. I think most of them open up that the first week of December.
Sure. What's that transition like for some of the, especially for basketball season, where I'm sure some of their players are coming from volleyball and football and other fall sports respectively. Does that give a different window for those athletes compared to the ones that are just the basketball players as far as getting ready for the season?
Yeah, they just don't have as much time to prepare, but most of them are in pretty good shape for the sport before, so it's a different kind of shape to get into basketball shape. But it's a pretty easy transition, and I know when I was coaching, and I always tried to allow a little bit of time, start as late as we possibly could. But it's a little bit different now because football is ending the week of Thanksgiving, where it used to end the first week of December. So it's a little bit different in that aspect, but also they can't start practice until mid-November. They start on the 17th
so they're really
this
not
year.
that behind the eight ball compared to,
because used to we'd start on the 1st of November, but they've tried to fix it where multi-sport athletes are not being penalized, basically.
Gotcha.
So, but they still got to get in shape and all. And then for the seniors that are, maybe playing basketball that played football, they've got their all-star game, and so there's a few, things still. Nothing ever gets ironed out really until you're nearly into January.
Sure.
So.
Well, and then right on the heels of that, we'll be talking wrestling and everything else, because I know that they'll start firing up some of those matches and tournaments here pretty quick.
Yeah, I believe Goddard opens next Friday, the 28th, over at Hobbs. They've got a meet over there. I think Roswell starts the following week. Wrestling, they started practicing on November 3rd, so they're already kind of getting in the swing of it. Of course, they're waiting for some football kids as well.
Yeah, I imagine some of their, some of those kids are going right from there to there.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Which I imagine football to wrestling shape is, there's some time there, but there's a little more and I'm guessing soccer kids, they're going to have their legs in their wind regardless, so they'll be good.
And they finished early enough where they're probably already been full-time practice.
Sure, yeah, absolutely, yeah, they're probably fully ingrained in their winter sport here. And of course, as we do, I try to do this every time we have our interviews and remind folks that, especially as we're transitioning to winter sports, don't forget, take advantage of those really all RISD or school sport passes, so you can literally see either any game in the district, or if you want to see a particular middle school or high school's matchup, you can go to their offices, or even come by the admin office, the AD office, and pick up those passes. And it's a great value for you, and it's a great way to support the athletes.
Yeah, the people that are going to go to a lot of games, it'll save them some money.
Absolutely. So before we get back to second half here, anything you wanted to share or mention that we just skipped over?
No, we just appreciate y'all's coverage, and fall season is nearly behind us, and like you said, we're getting ready for the winter. So
absolutely,
yeah, it's been a good year.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we appreciate all the conversations. Hopefully, got one more for us next weekend.
That's what we're counting on. So.
And anything we can do to help, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Ready, set, hurry on down to Tate Branch Roswell, where we finish first. Experience the Tate Branch difference here at Tate Branch Roswell, where business is done the Tate Branch way, with honesty and integrity to deliver an exceptional customer experience. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are priced to move and are backed with a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's all backed by friendly, hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head on down to Tate Branch Roswell right here at 2000 West 2nd Street and drive home happy today. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the world-class experience you have been waiting for.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Dion's is homegrown right here in New Mexico and is the perfect place for team dinners, family gatherings, and all your catering needs. Stop by their location on South Main and West Wildy in Roswell for the best pizza, salads, and subs in town at a price that won't break the bank. Dion's makes it easy to bring together your favorite people with your favorite food for any occasion. Visit Dion's.com to order ahead for dine-in or pickup. That's Dion's.com. The holiday season is the perfect time to cozy up with Plateau, because right now receive a $100 credit when you sign up for True Fiber Internet with Plateau. When you cozy up to True Fiber Internet from Plateau, you'll get reliable, blazing fast speed to stream more, game more, and surf more than ever before. And with a $100 credit when you sign up today, you'll save more too. Call 1-877-PLATEAU or log on to plateautel.com today and cozy up to True Fiber Internet from Plateau.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details, 2nd and Sycamore, and 1309 Southeast Main.
I'm Ben from Roswell Seed Company.
And I'm John.
We've been helping New Mexico grow since 1898. Seeds, feed, fertilizer, tools, all the good stuff.
Basically, if it grows in the dirt, we probably sell it. Or at least argue about how good it'll grow.
We're just down on South Main and we're always happy to help.
And hey, we throw in the advice and bad jokes, both equally unlicensed.
Go where the pros go. Roswell Seed Company.
Welcome back to the 2025 Nusenda Credit Union State Football Semifinal Championship. Coyotes trail 10-7. Coach, this is something else here. This first half has been crazy. You know, that first drive for the Roswell Coyotes actually had a pretty good drive going, and then Luis Rodriguez fumbled about the 15-yard line, and Gadsden recovers. But really has been a pretty good first half. About 3 drives apiece for both squads here. And Roswell really trying to see what they can do to get something going here in the second half. But as you know, the Roswell Coyotes lost the toss. Gadsden won the toss and deferred to the second half, which means the Gadsden Panthers will get the ball here in this third quarter. Coach, what's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, this is not what we expected at all, and probably just about a best case scenario for Gadsden. They take a small lead in to the locker room at halftime, and then they get the first possession coming out here to start the second half. So, you know, we'll be able to tell a lot about how this game's going to go from this first possession. Can Roswell get a quick stop? Can Gadsden continue to move the ball down the field and perhaps add to their lead? You know, this is not what we were expecting. You can tell from our, score predictions.
Right.
But, yeah, this is going to be interesting. And here comes the home team, and they are fired up. They were really fired up going into the half, and rightfully so.
Coach, okay, well, the first half has expired, as we mentioned. We're just maybe a couple minutes away from the third quarter here, but Coach, do you have any statistics for us you want to talk about?
Sure. Let's go to special teams first. Ben Vera with a extra point that was good, and then a field goal that was no good. That field goal attempt was, let's see, having a little trouble here. Field goal attempt was from 30 yards, so that was no good. You had 3 kickoff returns, one by Allen Ingram for 7 yards and 2 by Isaac Gonzalez for a total of 36 yards. Defensively, the Coyotes were led by David Gauman, 3 tackles, 2 of those for loss, including a sack, 3 tackles by Nick Anaya. Joaquin Bolaños had a sack, which counts as a tackle for loss. Nathaniel Lujan with 1 tackle, Ramage and Ellis with 2 each, and Faustino Tarin and Daniel Borrego, got to get the first names with those guys, with 1 tackle each. Moving to the offense, Coyotes, good job on the ground the first half, 159 yards. 1 yard on 1 carry for Isaac Gonzalez, 4 yards on 1 carry for Rendon Duran, 10 yards on 4 carries for Luke Lynn. Nathaniel Lujan had 6 carries for a total of 40 yards, and Luis Rodriguez 9 carries, 104 yards, and a touchdown, but also a fumble deep in Gadsden territory. So that potentially the difference in the game, to be honest with you. Passing, it was Luke Lynn, 6 of 9 for 95 yards and an interception. 1 drop amongst those 3 incompletions. And receiving, it was Allen Ingram, 2 catches for 13 yards. Isaac Gonzalez, 2 catches for 26. Noah Estrada, 1 catch for 20. And Colby Sanchez, 1 catch for 36 yards. Those are your halftime stats, as we are about a minute and a half away from the second half kickoff.
All right, and as you mentioned, just getting real close to third quarter. The score is 10-7 in favor of the Gadsden Panthers. And do have an update. Looks like the Cleveland Storm, as they are taking on the Hobbs Eagles, Cleveland with a 54-16 lead. And that looks like a running clock in the third quarter here for the Cleveland Storm. And let's see, that's at the end of the third quarter from Lovington, 28-24 in favor of Artesia now. And now we also have an update. St. Michael's taking on New Mexico Military Institute, the Colts, 54-8. There is 7:09 left in the fourth. Now, I have not received a score. I know Dexter was playing in a semifinal contest as well, but no score yet. Thank you to the boss giving us some updates here. As we mentioned, Artesia regains the lead, 28-14. And Cleveland.
28-24.
Say it again.
28-24. You said 14.
I'm sorry. 28-24. Artesia with the lead. Cleveland 54. Hobbs 16. And then, of course, St. Michael's with the lead, 54-8. Just recapping again, that first half, Kelly, that the Roswell Coyotes get on the board first with the 15-yard rush from Luis Rodriguez. And then, of course, the field goal attempt by the Roswell Coyotes failed. And then, of course, the Gadsden Panthers do their job and go from Morales to Rios to get the game tied at one time. And then the field goal by the Gadsden Panthers. That's an old one there. And the Gadsden Panthers get the field goal, and now it's 10-7. So, all right. Well, Coach, any thoughts? What do you think here in the second half? What's going to end up happening here?
Well, I still like the Roswell Coyotes to get their act together and come away with a victory here. But as we're having some technical difficulties, but you never know. This is why they play the games. Gadsden's a great football team, and like I said, this couldn't have started much better for them. So we'll just see how the Coyotes react. We haven't been in this situation much, but there are 3 losses on the season. It's not like this team hasn't handled adversity before.
Well, that's exactly right. Speaking of the losses for the Roswell Coyotes, you had 3 pretty good losses. I don't know necessarily the game against Alamogordo. That was how do we say it? That was a night to remember, I should say. I mean, that game didn't even finish till almost past midnight. The Coyotes lost to the Alamogordo Tigers 27-13. And then, of course, lost to the Artesia Bulldogs October 17th, 42-28. And then I believe that's, losing to Hobbs, too, who's currently losing to the Cleveland Storm. And we're trying to get this situated here. Having some difficulty here, but I think we'll be just fine. We'll get this taken care of. But, here in the second half at least, the Roswell Coyotes, one of the things that they did, they had definitely one fumble and then a couple of other opportunities that they could have actually lost the ball again. But they're going to have to really do their job. We're going to have to focus. There was a couple times where Luke Lynn and Luis Rodriguez had running the speed options to the right and the left side. Lost, I think the pitch was actually kind of late. They didn't develop that relationship as they were running the option. But I think they're going to have to focus a little bit more, communicate a little bit better, and really to see if they're going to utilize that draw play as they did in the first half.
Yeah, I think that the draw play is still there for them, especially like that delayed draw to Luis Rodriguez. But, it's these teams know each other really well, and it's difficult now, when you play someone and you've seen all the film and you've played them once. So
right.
All right, we're hopefully getting our issues resolved here as we are getting ready for the second half kickoff.
Yeah, I think we're getting close here.
Yeah, it's difficult sometimes relying on other people's technology.
Well, that's for sure. So it actually just kind of currently stopped at this time. Let's see, the venue might be experiencing technical issues, so they're going to work on that here as we'll continue talking here and get that updated here.
Well, I'll give you an update from Lovington.
Okay.
28-24 with under 5 minutes left in the ball game. Lovington driving inside Artesia's 40.
All right. Well, that's a heck of a ball game going on over there. And, of course, Robbie and Joby covering that game for the Artesia Bulldogs. Do a fantastic job. And we're just trying to get this organized and situated here for the Roswell Gadsden game, as we were having some minor issues. We'll hope to get this taken care of.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be maybe a little bit behind, but
all right, so, well, it looks like the difficulty is coming from the camera. So we do apologize.
We'll get it to you as soon as we can, but once again, technology is great until it isn't.
Yeah, well, exactly. So let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Thanksgiving season is here, and Roswell Honda is serving up the savings. Now through November 26th, find huge rebates and discounts across the lot for you to gobble up. Plus, get a free soda 12-pack just for stopping by, free pie with a qualified test drive, and a free turkey with purchase. And register to win a $300 Thanksgiving gift card. 1 entry for stopping by, 2 with social media share, 3 with qualified test driver service, and 5 with purchase. Drawing Wednesday the 26th at noon live on Facebook. Gobble up the savings at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
At Aatio Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa, our team is here for you. Nancy Walker, Fallon Moody, and Tialana Watts are family nurse practitioners offering expert care in family practice, pediatrics, women's health, and aesthetics. Nancy also provides advanced hormone therapy for men and women, including hormone pellet implants that help patients feel their best. Plus, meet Brittany Harrell, our skilled nurse injector, offering a full range of aesthetic procedures to help you look and feel confident. Same-day and walk-in patients are always welcome. Visit Aatio Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa at 607 West Country Club Road in Roswell. Your family, your health, your beauty, all in one place.
This is Coach Lynn from the Roswell Coyotes, and let me tell you, Roswell Nissan's got a championship roster this season. Let's see what lineup we're working with.
In at freshman, the Nissan Kicks, named best budget car, a solid starter that delivers big league value. Here comes your sophomore, the Rogue, crowned best compact SUV, dependable, versatile, and ready to take on the field. In at JV, the Pathfinder, a top safety pick award winner. This player protects your whole team. And the varsity, the Powerhouse Armada, best in class SUV built for real strength and commanding performance.
20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Coyotes!
Roswell Nissan's got 165 players in their lineup to choose from, and they're all ready to score big for you. With rates as low as 0% and no payments for 90 days, it's your time to get in the game. Looks like we're set for one heck of a season with this lineup, so come down to Roswell Nissan and join the winning team.
Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
Check out some of the Thanksgiving savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select boxes of stovetop stuffing mix are $1.98 each, and select boxes of Food Club cornbread mix are 3 for $1. In produce, sweet potatoes are 3 pounds for $1, and bunches of celery are 2 for $1. In the meat department, bone-in Hormel spiral sliced hams are $1.99 a pound, and honeysuckle white young turkeys are 89 cents a pound. Limit 1 per customer, thereafter $1.29 a pound. These are just some of the Thanksgiving savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
At Roswell Hyundai, we believe everyone deserves a second chance. Good credit, bad credit, doesn't matter. You're approved, so fly in today with guaranteed credit approval or we'll hand you $1,000.
Visit Roswell Hyundai today, 1909 West 2nd in Roswell.
Hi, my name's Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
Welcome back to KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. And just to give everybody a little bit of an update here, looks like we're having some technical difficulty, and as we speak, they are working on this. So we're trying to get you some audio feed, trying to get you some live feed as well, and we're going to try to make some calls to keep you updated with that. And as we mentioned, right now the Roswell Coyotes do trail 10-7, and the third quarter has begun. And the Gadsden Panthers won the toss, and they deferred to the second half. So we will keep you updated, and we're going to take another break here, and hopefully we'll have this resolved here in just a moment. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, Coyote Football. We'll be right back.
Thanks to a partnership with the City of Artesia, Eddy County residents are automatically enrolled in Aero Medevac's free air ambulance program, ensuring no out-of-pocket costs if flown by Aero. You can print your membership card on the City of Artesia's website. Keep this card with your ID and health insurance to act as a request for Aero Medevac. Eddy County residents, take advantage of this free benefit and make sure when you need it most, fly with Aero Medevac. Life support by air. Temperatures are falling, and Fulkerson wants to get you ready for the seasons ahead with the Right Fit membership program. For as little as $15 per month or $199 a year, you can rest assured knowing your unit is ready. With biannual HVAC maintenance, as well as reduced dispatch fees, even in the middle of the night. Plus, a 15% discount on all services provided by Fulkerson, as well as preferred scheduling. Be ready for the seasons ahead. Become a Right Fit member with Fulkerson today. Call 575-319-9984 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
7 big days of doorbusters now at National Furniture Liquidator. Corner desk $78, chest of doors $98, 3-piece sectional $11.97, occasional chairs $98, TV stand $144, twin mattress $98, recliners $148, or an Ashley sofa $277, and more. Hundreds of pre-Black Friday doorbusters, but hurry because quantities are limited. 7 big days of doorbusters only at National Furniture Liquidators. When it comes to value, quality, and selection, nobody beats Shorty.
Folks, listen up. Right here at Roswell Hyundai, I'm making it easy. You bring me $500 down, and I can get you riding today. No long waits, no runaround, just a guaranteed approval. I'll get you in a car you love at a payment you can handle. It's that simple. $500 down, you're approved. That's my promise, and I stand by it. I'm Lil Will Wonka, the master of credit. If you make $15 an hour, I guarantee you're approved. Come see me.
Visit Roswell Hyundai today, 1909 West 2nd in Roswell. Dion's is homegrown right here in New Mexico and is the perfect place for team dinners, family gatherings, and all your catering needs. Stop by their location on South Main and West Wildy in Roswell for the best pizza, salads, and subs in town at a price that won't break the bank. Dion's makes it easy to bring together your favorite people with your favorite food for any occasion. Visit Dion's.com to order ahead for dine-in or pickup. That's Dion's.com.
All right, welcome back to KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. It looks like we're up and running. So just to keep everybody updated, we will have a little bit of a delay here due to the malfunction, but looks like the Roswell Coyotes will kick off in the third quarter, and looks like number 1 Anthony Palomares will just catch it and down at about the 25-yard line. So, all right, we're back in action here. We do apologize, but hey, we'll get you updated.
Yeah, it will be a little delayed, but it looks like we're going to give you all the action here. So
yeah.
We won't miss anything. It just may not be in real time here.
Have an update from Lovington. Artesia scored once again, so it's 35-24 now in favor of the Artesia Bulldogs.
Yeah, and with that much time left, that's pretty much going to be the ball game, I think.
Should be. So, all right. So the Gadsden Panthers will hand that off to Juan Rios again, and positive yardage for the Gadsden Panthers. Do have an update. The last update that we had here, the Dexter Demons they are taking on Hope Christian. Dexter with the lead, 17-0. Final, the Cleveland Storm 67, Hobbs 16. Ooh. Okay, an update now. Again, Dexter up 24-6 with 3 minutes left. St. Mike's 54, New Mexico Military Institute, the Colts 8. So St. Mike's will advance to the state championship game. And then, of course, Artesia, with a minute 55 left, they have the lead 35-24. And it kind of looks like the Artesia Bulldogs will advance to the state championship. We'll get that information to you as it becomes official.
So first down for Gadsden. 2 successive running plays for about 5.5 yards each.
All right, so.
And I'll tell you what, partner, this could set up nicely for Gadsden if they can continue to do this. They want to keep this score as low as possible, grind it out on offense, keep the Coyote offense off the field, and it's so far so good for the Panthers.
All right, that is going to be handed off, and more positive yardage for the Gadsden Panthers. And Juan Rios doing his job at the running back position, the senior running back.
Yeah, and he's been prolific this year. Let me give you some numbers on him. He's rushed for over 1,400 yards coming into this game. So he's the real deal at running back. So they are set up with a big line and a big tight end in the game. You know, they're content to run the ball as long as it's working.
Second down and 6 for the Gadsden Panthers. 4-man front defensively for the Roswell Coyotes. Handed off again to Rios. Rios with some running room. Crosses midfield. And out about the 30-yard line. All right, so the Gadsden Panthers continue doing their job having success with the running game against these Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, and it's just a good job by that big offensive line, and you see how deliberate they are here. They're going to take the play clock down already here, even though we're early in the third quarter, and they just have a 3-point lead. This is their recipe for success, and they're well coached. So they're going to stick with it, like I said. They're going to go until it needs fixing.
All right, Coach Facio decides to stand the ground, and as you mentioned, it's a good job by the Panthers. We're trying to get you an update here. I think that the Artesia Bulldogs
35-30 now as Lovington scores.
Lovington gets it back on the board.
So back to a one-score game.
All right, 35-30 in favor of the Artesia Bulldogs. The Lovington Wildcats get back on the board. We'll get you some time on the clock for that game.
Well, it's not showing, so we may not. But it's deep in the fourth quarter.
Okay. All right, 2nd down and 10 for the Gadsden Panthers. Four-man front defensively for the Roswell Coyotes once again. You have motion now by Almanza. All right, in trouble. And it's going to be almost picked off.
Should have been.
That would have been big for the Roswell Coyotes defensively for sure.
Yeah, and was that, it was Ramage. Could not hold on to it. Great job by the defense there as they bring up a 3rd and 10. But Gadsden's shown they'll go for it on 4th down, even 4th and long. They feel like this is, and this would be too far for a field goal, too short to punt. You know, if they don't get a ton of yardage here, don't be surprised if they go for it anyway.
All right, 3rd down and 10, ball on 31. That's the middle part of the field. The quarterback is Ethan Morales. Morales going out to the right side is going to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. We'll bring up a 4th down situation for the Gadsden Panthers. Beautiful, 64 degrees here in Anthony, New Mexico.
And the onside kick attempt in Lovington fails to go. The onside kick didn't go 3 yards, so they will not get the ball back, at least initially, and Artesia still in pretty good shape there.
All right, so now Artesia, if Artesia wins this ball game and the Coyotes happen to win this ball game, the state championship will be played in Artesia. If Lovington wins the ball game and Roswell wins the ball game, the game will then be played here at the Wool Bowl. But a lot to be discussed and a lot of ball to be played here in this ball game. So here it is, empty set real quick, and it's going to be Morales up the middle. And boy, I tell you what, he had Almanza.
He missed him
wide open.
Yeah, he threw it a little high and outside there. Otherwise, they have a real good chance of converting that. But instead, it's going to be a turnover on downs, and the Coyote offense will be back on the field looking to retake the lead.
All right, so I'm getting some messages here. Thank you to Sean Naranjo. He is giving us some updates here. And we do apologize. I do want to give out the shout-outs to all the Roswell High fans that are texting. We'll do that here in just a moment.
Artesia in victory formation. They're going to get the victory.
Okay. So 1st down and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes, working from the 31-yard line to be shotgun left side. 2 eligible receivers on the bottom part of your screen. Lynn changing the play at the line. Pistol again. There is the snap. Quick pass over. I think that's number 6. That's going to be Isaac Gonzalez. And Isaac Gonzalez with running room. And he's on his feet, crosses midfield, and finally brought down about the 43-yard line.
$27 yards. Does that seem? Yeah, 27 yards on that reception. That's a good job. And we have a final from Lovington. 35-30. The Artesia Bulldogs win, and they will host the state championship game in the Bulldog Bowl regardless of who wins this one.
All right, there you go. And now there's the handoff now to Luis Rodriguez, the sophomore running back. And we apologize for the pause. We're just getting confirmation from scores around the state. So, all right, so as you mentioned, Artesia will advance to the state championship, and regardless what happens, the Artesia Bulldogs will host the 5A state championship game. 2nd down and 3, ball from the 43. Actually, that's incorrect. It's going to be
41.
40, no.
Oh, 36.
Actually, 36. There it is, and there's Rodriguez again on his feet and tries to reach out to get a couple more yards.
Yeah, I'm going to say no gain on that. Back to the line of scrimmage will bring up a 3rd and 3. And Lujan will check in as well as Logan Hoover. So I expect a power running play here, although you never know. Coyotes can run all kinds of plays from all kinds of formations.
Exactly. All right, so 3rd down and 3. Coyotes working from the right hash. Under center this time is Lynn. And handed off to Luis Rodriguez from the 30, 25, 20, around the 15, 10, and finally brought down about the 5-6 yard line. So good hard run by Luis Rodriguez, a sophomore running back.
We do have a flag on the play.
And imagine that, huh?
And boy, that Coyotes are walking back, so that 30-yard run.
Looks like a hold on the Roswell Coyotes.
I don't think it's a hold. It's too much discussion for that.
They're saying it's a hold. Now, let's see. It's going to be on the Gadsden Panthers.
No, they just picked it up. So it's a 30-yard.
30 net.
Yeah, well, it's just a 30-yard run. I mean, the play stands. So 30-yard run for Rodriguez. And what a play call. You get that jumbo package, and then you run the counter to Rodriguez, who was lined up as a tight end after the motion. Oh, and boy, some really bad behavior by a Gadsden coach here. I don't know which coach it is, but that's going to be half the distance. And I'll tell you what, you can be thrown out on your first offense if it's bad enough. But you had coaches having to hold another coach back from the sideline official. So it's going to be unsportsmanlike half the distance, so that'll take the ball to about the 3.
Well, not something that Coach Facio is going to have to understand. I mean, that could result in, I mean, Kyle's more than likely will end up scoring on this drive right here, but I'm going to tell you what, that is big for the Roswell Coyotes.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's a 3-yard penalty, but you don't want to get ejected.
Right.
Because that could carry over into next season, and it's just, you never want to be ejected.
All right, so you have also in the ballgame now is the fullback Logan Hoover in the contest now.
Now, they didn't mark off any yards here.
Well, it was half the distance of the goal line, and I thought they had.
Well, now they're saying the ball's on the 7.
Actually, yeah, ball's actually on the 7-yard line. There's going to be motion here of this offense. And Logan Hoover is going nowhere.
I mean, you give him
2 yards?
They're going to say the ball was on the 7-yard line, and they're going to spot it at about the 3. So I think we can give him 4.
All right, we'll give him 4.
Be 2nd and goal.
All right, so I'm sure we'll have – no, see, it's –
I'll tell you what, I don't know about that flag and that penalty.
All right, so you have Logan Hoover in the backfield again. Tight offense, and Luke Lynn will just call his own number, and there's still no indication.
It looks like he's just short.
Well, and this is kind of the same situation that occurred last time the Roswell Coyotes played Gadsden, where Lynn actually had a couple of touchdowns himself.
Well, to me, it's the smartest play you can run inside the 3, because you don't have an exchange. You line up under center, so you don't have the
distance
behind the line. Just run it again.
All right,
little Lukey.
And that is going to be a touchdown. Let's see. I won't confirm that yet until the officials have said touchdown. They have not indicated it yet.
Well, I already wrote it down.
No, it's not a touchdown yet. And they're saying they're short. Let's see. This is huge here. So it's not a touchdown yet. Actually, the Gadsden Panthers, the defense, held Lynn, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 situation for the Roswell Coyotes. Let's see if they'll go back again to do this here. And not sure what's going on. There looks like there's a flag on the top of your screen.
Well, everybody moved except the center and the quarterback, so I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know if maybe Gadsden tried to reach in and swat the ball out. I hope we're not going back to those days.
Well,
yeah, it's going to be on Roswell.
So it's going to be a false start on the Roswell Coyotes.
It's a 3rd and goal from the 5.5.
And you know what? I'm going to be real honest with you. I mean, people might call me crazy, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Now you have a little opportunity here to have some running room. Gives the Roswell Coyotes some direction here. You might give that up to Nathaniel Lujan. Gives the line a chance to, spread out a little bit here. Don't be surprised if they just do a little, a speed option or a little toss over here to Rendon Duran. Here, actually, they're going to go into shotgun right now. Here it is. And there's Rendon Duran now with the ball. And no, it's going to be Luke Lynn. He's going to toss it in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Coyotes, and great job by Olin Ingram in for 6.
Yeah, I like the play call there. That's, that's put a lot of the decision making in Luke Lynn's hands, and I'm okay with that 10 times out of 10.
All right, so the Roswell Coyotes now will regain the lead. It's 13-10, and Ben Vera set to kick the extra point. And awaits the snap as David Frescus, the placeholder, will hold it there for Ben Vera, and the extra point is up and good. Coyotes take the lead, 14-10 here in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We'll be right back.
Thanksgiving season is here, and Roswell Honda is serving up the savings. Now through November 26th, find huge rebates and discounts across the lot for you to gobble up. Plus, get a free soda 12-pack just for stopping by, free pie with a qualified test drive, and a free turkey with purchase. And register to win a $300 Thanksgiving gift card. 1 entry for stopping by, 2 with social media share, 3 with qualified test driver service, and 5 with purchase. Drawing Wednesday the 26th at noon live on Facebook. Gobble up the savings at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
All right, welcome back to Gadsden High School here in Anthony, New Mexico. We're here at the 2025 Nusenda Credit Union State Football Semifinal game between Roswell and the Panthers. Just real quick, let's go ahead and give a shout out to Jeff Matthews in Las Cruces for keeping an eye out on all the scores, all the semifinal games. We appreciate Jeff Matthews for all the work he's doing for us and keeping everybody updated from around the state. As we mentioned earlier, it is a final. The Artesia Bulldogs will advance to the 5A state championship game as they defeat the Levington Wildcats 35-30. Got a score from Dexter, 24-0 in the 4th quarter. St. Michael's will advance to the state championship game as they are currently in the lead, 54-8. And then Cleveland dominates 54-16, and that's a final. And, of course, here in Anthony, New Mexico, the Coyotes with the lead now. They regain the lead with a 6-yard touchdown pass from Luke Lynn to Olin Ingram. And now the score is 14-10. I'll repeat, 14-10 here in the 3rd quarter. A lot of ball to be played still. And there's going to be the kick by Ben Vera.
Fair catch again. That's both kickoffs. They've gone to the fair catch, so that's interesting.
Coach, talk about that last play from Luke Lynn to Olin Ingram. What a play by Olin Ingram. The pass was there. Good job of rolling out. The pass was not necessarily there, but the extra effort by Olin Ingram made this game 13, the extra point 14-10.
Yeah, clutch catch by Olin Ingram, the senior. And I tell you what, that's just what you got to have when you get this deep into the season, semifinal. A chance to play in championship game for the 3rd year in a row on the line. and your senior steps up. Allen Ingram makes a difficult catch, stays on his feet, because if he goes down, he's down, whether he's touched or not. So that's just fantastic play by Allen Ingram.
All right, it's going to be first down and 10 for Ethan Morales and the Panthers. And this is where the Roswell Coyotes will have to step up here defensively, make something happen as they take the lead 14-10. And, Coach, any thoughts here in this ball game as of yet?
Well, I mean, you're 100% right. This defense is going to have to show who they are and why they're here and why they've been, the number 2 team in the season, in the state all season long. And a chance to do that here. I think this defense has improved from week to week, and I really think they'll get it done here.
All right, there's the handoff again to Rios. Rios, the senior running back, doing his job. Hey, and Coach, I'm going to tell you something here about this Gadsden Panther offense. I'm going to give credit to Gadsden. I'm going to tell you they have done a really, really good job, not just passing. Ethan Morales doing his job at the quarterback position, but Juan Rios, the hard-nosed running back, doing his job offensively as well.
Well, you see why he's got more than 1,400 yards rushing on the season. I mean, he's the real deal at running back, and you got to account for him. But this is probably not a running down, I should say, here for Gadsden.
Yeah, 3rd and 7 from the 26. They're working middle part of the field. Motion and reset now, and here is Morales going to
nobody home.
Take a shot here, and it's going to be an incomplete pass.
Nobody home. That was maybe just because of the pressure that he had to get rid of it before he wanted to, but really no one in the area of that pass, and they will have to punt here, just too deep in their territory to go for it here on 4th and 7, although, I mean, it would be bold, but this is the time of year to be bold.
Absolutely, capitalize here, and I believe that's going to be number 3 in the back, or actually getting set to receive the ball. That's going to be Nicholas Anaya, and Nicholas Anaya, very dangerous.
Yeah, if he gets a chance. He hasn't had just a whole lot of chances.
And it looks like Jeff Lynn's going to call a timeout. We'll take one, too. You're listening to Coyote Football on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
All right, welcome back to the 2025 Nusenda Credit Union State Football Semifinal game here. Coyotes with the lead, 14-10, and Jeff Lynn calls a timeout, has discussion here, and Nicholas Anaya set to receive, or return, I should say, for the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, and like I said, he's very dangerous if he can get a chance. Now, the punts in this game have not been real long. He might be set up too far. I would sneak up a little bit, just to make sure I have a chance to field a short kick. High snap.
Yeah, that was real close.
And a bad kick.
And a bad kick, but excellent field possession now for the Roswell Coyotes.
I'll tell you what, that's going to net them only about 20 yards and maybe change, 22-yard net on that punt. Coyotes are going to have the ball in Gadsden territory. Looks like at about the 47. So here you go. Here's where, you took the lead on your last possession. Now if you can add to it, make it a 2-score game, let that doubt just creep into the minds. They had all the momentum, until the Coyotes got the stop in their first defensive possession.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 47, left hash for the Roswell Coyotes. Pistol formation for Luke Lynn. And let's see here. It's going to be a handoff to Nathaniel Lujan. And Nathaniel looking for a hole here. And boy.
Patient running. Oh, look out. He's squirting through.
Wow. I think you and I said the same thing here. You and I working together, we were trying to figure this out, but I think it's been 10-plus years now for you and I.
Yeah.
We're looking at some history here. I think Doug had a picture of, well, yeah, you and I back in the day. So that's 17. So, yeah, that's a long time ago. All right, so the Roswell Coyotes get a first down. Good hard running by Nathaniel Lujan. And we're trying to get you updated here. It's 14-10 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes here in the semifinal game. Winner will advance to play the Artesia Bulldogs in the Artesia Bulldog Bowl. So it's going to be another first down for the Roswell Coyotes.
And was there a penalty as well? Or is that just where he went out?
Well, it looked like that's where he went out.
All right, so that's a 40-yard. I was trying to get the mileage on that. I was going to say distance, but run like that is mileage. 40 yards for Nathaniel Lujan puts him up to 80 on the day.
Luis Rodriguez in the backfield now for Roswell. All right, there's the handoff. Rodriguez at the 5, and finally
coming back.
Brought out there, and looks like you have a couple of Coyotes that are injured. A couple of linemen.
Yeah, they're both getting up at the same time.
They look alike, too. That's, what was that, number 72 and number 74. That's Daniel Gonzalez and Kennard.
Yeah, DSG and Kennard. But they were both up. Both appear to be all right. I wonder if one of those guys was the ones that were holding.
Well, Coach.
Holding each other.
Yeah. Helping each other up, that's what you're talking about.
So we'll do first down again. It's going to be first and goal at 17.
And the flag is going to be on the Roswell Coyotes, is what they're saying. There is a flag.
Yeah, white hat indicating holding.
So now the Coyotes will take over.
Yeah, it's going to be on the, right at the 17.
17-yard line, yep.
And I tell you what, with this lead now, beyond a field goal, this might just be 4-down territory.
All right, empty set for Luke Lynn. And Lynn on his feet at the 10, at the 5-yard line, and inside the 5-yard line, it's going to bring up second down and goal for the Roswell Coyotes.
So I'm going to give him 14 on that. He had a run like that in the previous game here at Gadsden, in which he finished it and scored, but that's a great play on first down and goal at the 17. Now, much more manageable. And now I would say definitely 4-down territory.
All right, second down from the 4-yard line. And Luke Lynn getting some direction from Derek Gomez.
Just under 3 minutes to play here in the third.
All right, looks like the Roswell Coyotes will take another timeout. We'll take one, too. KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
All right, we are back from Anthony, New Mexico, as the Roswell Coyotes take their second time out. And, Coach, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. It's a second time out.
I'm just not sure why.
In the third quarter now.
I'm not sure why you need one there. It's not like it's even third down yet. Short yardage to score, but, boy, you might need one or both of those timeouts later in this ballgame. It's just a 4-point game.
Nathaniel Lujan in the backfield now. It's going to be second down from the 4-yard line.
How about a little option here for young Master Lynn?
Yeah, there's motion by Noah Estrada. And there's Nathaniel Lujan. He will be in for the touchdown.
Easy money.
Touchdown, Coyotes.
Second rushing touchdown of the day for the Coyotes. First one, of course, by Luis Rodriguez. This a 4-yard score for Nathaniel Lujan, and it gives the Coyotes a 10-point lead, looking to make it 11.
Well, Coach, I'm going to tell you, that's why Coach Lynn called that timeout, to have that discussion.
Sure, partner. Sure.
Yeah, not real sure what's going on, but there's an injury on the field.
Injury timeout,
yeah. Yeah, injury timeout. So I think the training unit is on the field.
Yeah, is that
There's a flag on the ground as well.
All right, so the score is good. And personal foul on the Coyotes. So this will be interesting. Will they back them up here, try to make the extra point more difficult and keep it a 10-point game? This is a tough decision in my book.
Yeah, sure. And here's the thing. It looks like there's a Gadsden Panther on the ground.
I wonder, gosh, that field position's also tempting,
Well, Ben Vera does have the leg for it. I just don't know if that's what you want to do now, if that's the case. And if Coach Fascio will elect to,
I think if I've studied stats and studied film and I'm Coach Fascio, I'm taking this on the kickoff because, Ben Vera is over 90% for extra points on the season. Adding 15 yards to it is probably not going to affect him too much. I'm tempted to keep it a 10-point game instead of 11 because that's just much easier to get with a field goal and a regular 7-point touchdown. I think I'm taking the 15 on the kickoff if I'm Gadsden because they've had success running back. They've had some good returns already. So
well, and that's probably what Coach Fascia will elect to do, but looks like it is the Gadsden Panther. He is, I'm not sure, I can't tell who that is, but he's going to walk off on his own. Yeah, so the PAT will be kicked from the 10-yard line, so it looks like the
normal distance.
Yes, sir. So the penalty will take effect on the kickoff.
So they'll be kicking off from the Roswell. No, sorry, Roswell will be kicking off from their own 25. So that's going to give them a real opportunity to get good field position and try to make it a one-score game on their next possession. But let's see about this extra point.
All right, so there is the snap and the kick. And the indication is good. So the Roswell Coyotes now lead 21-10. All right, we're going to take a break from Gadsden High School in Anthony, New Mexico. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell Stock FM.
Registration is now open for the spring semester at Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell. ENMU Roswell is dedicated and committed to shaping brighter futures, offering more than 70 certificate and associate degree programs across a wide range of academic transfer and career-oriented programs. Get started today. Visit roswell.enmu.edu to sign up or learn more, or call 575-624-7403 and speak with an advisor today. ENMU Roswell, learning today, leading tomorrow.
ENMU Roswell.
All right, we are back. So Nathaniel Lujan scores from 4 yards out, and the extra point by Ben Vera is good. 21-10, and about less than 2:30 left in the third quarter.
And here will be the kickoff from the 25. Now, here's hoping Coach Lynn doesn't channel his inner Sean Payton and go for the surprise onside here deep in his own territory. But I think this will be as much leg as young Mr. Vera has on this one.
This is just an important kickoff here. Let's see what happens here. I think the Roswell Coyotes have the Gadsden Panthers where they need them. It's 21-10 right now. Let's see the result of this kick. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Let's get the game going here.
Well, it's the
officials.
Well, where are they talking? The officials look like they're ready.
All right, there we go. All right, so the Roswell Coyotes will reset here and kick.
I wouldn't mind seeing a hard line drive here and maybe make it difficult for those two back guys. But it's just pretty traditional. They do bounce it to them.
All right, they will return it from the 25-yard line is Anthony Palomares.
Yeah, it looks like Stinson on the, Aatio Medical. Going to get credit for the tackle. Special teams.
All right, so the defensive unit is on the field now for the Coyotes. Yeah, Joaquin Bolaños calling the defense here.
Yeah, and the unsportsmanlike really hurts you if the Roswell Coyotes. You just made it that much easier for Gadsden in an already desperate situation.
All right, there's the handoff to Rios. Rios.
Yeah, give credit to Foose for the tackle, but a really good first down run. And plenty of time to run the ball. You know, plenty of time to do what you do well. If you're Gadsden, keep pounding away. I mean, it's just a 2-score game.
So it's going to be short. It's going to be second down and about 2 for the Gadsden Panthers. All right, the quarterback is Ethan Morales. Morales has done his job for the Gadsden Panthers here. Another hard run.
Oh,
and
ball's out.
Yes.
Got back on it.
He's one of the top running backs in the state of New Mexico. Juan Rios, over 1,400 yards, as you said, on the year. There will be another first down for the Panthers.
Yeah, inside the 40, but something tells me that the Coyotes are keying a little bit right now on perhaps a turnover, maybe punching the ball out. You know, if they force them into passing situation, trying to jump a pass. But I believe that ball did come out.
21-10 is the score in favor of the Roswell Coyotes as we approach the 60-second mark.
Yeah, much better that time as Bolaños gets Rios down quickly. Minimal gain, yard and a half.
All right, so it's going to be second down and 8, ball from the 39-yard line. And the Gadsden Panthers working from that right hash again. It seems like they've been doing that throughout this ball game. Gadsden doing their job offensively. They've been pretty impressive.
They moved the ball pretty well on the whole.
All right, there's a snap, and there's Rios again with the handoff.
And not much there.
Kyle's trying to go for the ball.
Yeah, maybe 2 or 3, but that you can tell that's what the Coyotes are thinking right now. They know a turnover here will put Gadsden in a really bad situation.
I liked where Gabriel Villegas, the senior defensive tackle, trying to get that ball stripped and trying to make something happen here so the Coyotes can you know, get something going.
Yeah, smart play because you see your teammates having pretty well wrapped up. You got to go in punching that ball.
All right, Morales will throw up the middle and almost picked off, and guess who?
Jonathan Ellis. The great job, and that's going to bring up 4th down and about 6. A long 5, perhaps. But a big play in this football game now. If you're Gadsden, you got to go. And they've been in this situation a lot this game, this kind of, too close to punt, too far to kick, and they just got to go on 4th down. They've converted some. They've, I think we've had 2 turnovers on down. So it's about a crapshoot at this point. Let's see if the Coyote defense can stiffen up here.
4th and 5 for Morales as he awaits a snap. And he's going to take a shot to the end zone, and that's going to be caught. And inside the 5-yard line. So what a job and what a throw by Ethan Morales, and a great catch.
Yeah, Nate Lujan was with him, but he just couldn't locate the football. And that was just a great catch, as you said. And don't count Gadsden out just yet. Can make it a 1-score game as we approach the end of the 3rd quarter.
All right, so 21-10 is your score here in the 3rd quarter. 2 eligible receivers at the top of your screen. Kyle's trying to do something here defensively. They're going to hand that off to Rios, and Rios in for a touchdown.
Untouched.
Untouched.
Good play call, good execution by the Panthers, as they are not going away here, folks. They can get it to 4 points, or they can go for 2 here. And if I'm the coach, I'm going for 2.
Well, you never know what's going to happen.
Get it to a 3-point game, and it looks like they're lined up to kick it, but I don't know why 4 is any better than 5 in this situation.
All right, 21-16, and it looks like Coach Facio is elected to kick the extra point, and that is going to be good. And now the score is 21-7 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes.
17.
Excuse me, 21-17. I just wrote it down here in my script, but thanks for that correction. I'll be right back. KSUPTV.com, 1065, Roswell's Talk FM.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Mopin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Mopin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Mopin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
All right, we are back from Anthony, New Mexico. All right, so the score is 21-17 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. Tell you what, this Gadsden Panther offense, there's no quit.
No, there's not, and this team has played really well lately, kind of doing it the right way, which is playing your best football at the right time of year. You know, last week they go to Los Alamos, long trip and a tough place to play in altitude, and they pretty much hand it to an undefeated team in the Los Alamos Hilltoppers, and now they're giving Roswell all they can handle here at home.
All right, so it is returnable here, and Roswell Coyotes, Isaac Gonzalez down at the 20-yard line. Well, if Gadsden were to happen to win this ball game, the Artesia Bulldogs played Gadsden on September 19th and defeated Gadsden 35-7. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, that game was called due to lightning, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
It was. Here in Gadsden, they did not finish that ball game. So, yeah, so that's kind of interesting. Not much film even to look at.
Right. All right, 1st and 10 from the 20. Coyote ball. Luke Lynn in shotgun. Pistol formation. Will throw the ball over to the left side. And not much air.
No, falling down near the line of scrimmage is Isaac Gonzalez. So that will be a completion for none yards.
All right, so the end of the third quarter. Coyotes 21, Gadsden Panthers 17. We're going to take a break live from Anthony, New Mexico. Coyote football, KSUPTV.com, 1065, Roswell's Talk FM.
Rio Pecos Medical Associates proudly welcomes Dr. David Fucinari, OBGYN. With advanced training in minimally invasive techniques, Dr. Fucinari is the first in our community to offer robotic surgery for women experiencing heavy or painful periods, pelvic pain, uterine fibroids, and more. Dr. Trevor Miller, Family Practice and Obstetrics, provides prenatal and OB care along with comprehensive primary care for the whole family, including wellness exams, acute visits, chronic disease management, skin procedures, and joint injections. Rio Pecos has expanded care once again by adding pediatrics. We welcome Kim Hansen and Rihanna Shaw, both experienced pediatric nurse practitioners who share our commitment to compassionate, patient-centered care and who have earned the trust of our community over the years. Book your appointment for OBGYN, family practice, or pediatric care online at riopecosmed.com or call 575-622-6322. Rio Pecos Medical Associates, advancing health and wellness for every generation.
And Nathaniel Lujan with a great run, and we'll have another first down for the Roswell Coyotes.
Appears to have enough. It's going to be close with that delayed handoff. I'm just loving that play this year. Hadn't run that much in previous years, but boy, I like it. And Nate Lujan approaching 100 yards. It looks like Coyotes have a good chance to have 200-yard rushers in this game.
Who does he remind you of, Coach?
Nathaniel Lujan?
Yeah.
He reminds me a little bit of Luis Rodriguez.
Luis Rodriguez, yeah, that's correct. But, you know, a guy by the name of Timmy Smith.
You mean from Hobbs?
Yes.
Timmy Smith?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I'm not sure. I can think of he always struck me as kind of a big bruising back, but ooh.
All right, there's that speed option. Speaking of Rodriguez, Luis Rodriguez.
Yeah, Gadsden celebrating the hit, but Rodriguez picked up 7 yards on first down, so let's not be too excited about that. We'll take that all day long.
Yeah, those two running backs for Roswell, Nathaniel Lujan and Luis Rodriguez, similar frames, but I tell you what, Rodriguez has some moves, has some speed. Sometimes he gets hit, makes a spin, and makes something happen. It's going to be 2nd down and 3, so 7 yards for Rodriguez. It's going to be, let's see, ball on the 37-yard line. And there's Rodriguez again. We'll have a first down and more. Midfield on his feet and finally brought down at the 44-yard line. We are here in the fourth quarter now. The Coyotes with the lead, 21-17.
19 yards on 2nd and 3.
If you're just now tuning in to this broadcast, the Artesia Bulldogs beat the Lovington Wildcats and will advance to the 5A state championship game. That game will be played in the Bulldog Bowl, regardless of what happens tonight or this afternoon.
Yeah. Just under 10 minutes left in this one.
All right, there's the snap and another handoff, and I love the call. So you're trying to run the clock out as much as you possibly can, utilizing Nathaniel Lujan, who has over 100 yards in this ball game, and, of course, Luis Rodriguez over 100 yards.
Well, Nathaniel's sitting at 96.
96.
You're a little ahead of the game.
All right, well, let's go ahead and give him the ball again to give him 4 more yards.
Sure.
Reach the century mark. I thought you already said he had 100 yards.
Approaching. I said they had a chance to have him.
All right, well, let's go ahead and give it to him then, Coach.
Something tells me he's going to have it before all said and done.
I think you're probably right. So he's 4 yards shy of the century mark. There's Lynn rolling out to the left side. He's going to throw it in. They're going to say it's going to be caught. So another first down for the Roswell Coyotes. Great pass by Lynn. And Isaac Gonzalez, what a catch.
Yeah, 26 yards on that reception. And you said it, partner. I wasn't even sure he did make the catch. But Isaac Gonzalez on a beautiful ball from Luke Lynn. 26-yard reception gets him up to 79 yards receiving on the day. He's the leading pass catcher for Luke Lynn, who's up to 154 yards through the air.
All right, so first down and 10, ball on the 15, 21-17 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. Pistol formation, Nathaniel Lujan will have the ball, and
Yeah, tough sledding there.
I don't know.
Get 1 yard?
Yeah, 1 yard, so he's about 3 yards shy of the century mark.
And Luke Lynn has 28 yards himself, and that includes an 8-yard loss. So the running game has been plenty effective for Roswell, and I think they'll stick with it here.
All right, second down and 9, ball on the 14. All right, there's going to be the toss over to Luis Rodriguez. Good hard run and finally out of bounds. And it looks like there's another Gadsden Panther down about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, the training crew hustles out. See where they spot the ball. Looks like it can be about 8 yards for Luis. And that young man, who I know will just be sick about the fumble earlier in the game, which was costly because it was so deep in there, you almost for sure gave up points there. But he does have 175 yards and a touchdown on the ground today.
All right, so he's doing his job. Now, Coach, let me ask you this right now. Since there's an injury timeout on the field, there's a Gadsden Panther about the 17-yard line. The training unit is on the field. But let me ask you a question. As we are here in the fourth quarter, the Coyotes with the lead, 21-17. In your opinion, what has been your highlights of this game?
Oh, well, I mean,
besides Luis Rodriguez.
I mean, take your pick. I mean, the 40-yard run from Rodriguez was pretty impressive. Luke Lynn, he does have a pick, but, he's got a pick and a drop and one incompletion, and that's it. I mean, he's just done what he's done all year and been super accurate and, doesn't have a ton of yards. But, and unfortunately, the long run from Rodriguez that he fumbled. I mean, the 35-yard, that was a pretty exciting play in my book and just unfortunately ended in an exciting way for Gadsden.
All right, so it's going to bring a third down and 2 for the Roswell Coyotes. Ball is on the 7-yard line. There is motion.
I think Luke was just trying to get that himself, or did he hand it off?
Well,
Oh, he handed it to Hoover.
All right, so it is Hoover with the carry.
And he got maybe half a yard, so it looks like they're going to be a half yard short, 4th down.
Yeah, Logan Hoover. So 4th and 1, you will be going for this. The Coyotes did attempt a field goal earlier by Ben Vera.
Well, you're tempted to try one here because he would make it a 7-point game, but I like the decision to line up under center here with Lynn.
No, you just go ahead and go quarterback sneak if you can and see what you can do, and there it is.
Yeah.
And there's the first down.
Have it easily.
Now 4 opportunities now inside the 5-yard line, and this is what the Coyotes need to continue doing.
Yeah, and that's almost like the tush push there, where you get Logan Hoover behind to kind of push the pile, not push the quarterback. You know, it's different in high school. You can't push your teammates ahead, but you can push your blockers ahead. And,
sure you can.
And that's, I like that play right there in short yardage situations. So like you said, it's going to be 4 chances to score here from just outside the 5, maybe right on the 5.
All right, so you see Nathaniel Lujan. He will trot over to the sideline, and now you might have Logan Hoover in. All right, so you have that tight offense. Luke Lynn under center. And that's going to be a flag on the Roswell Coyotes. It's going to be false start.
Yep, as Allen Ingram was going in motion, it looks like, offsides Panthers?
Oh, really? I saw some movement from the Coyotes. I thought it was on the Roswell Coyotes.
Well, you know what? Maybe the motion man got the defense to jump.
That's very possible.
I thought Diego Sanchez jumped, but I think maybe he was reacting to the defense.
All right, so it's going to be on the Gadsden Panthers. Is that right?
Yeah, so it's going to be 1st and goal from about the 3.
All right, so Nathaniel Lujan in the ball game now.
Oh, even the 2.
Yeah, they're going to call it from the 2-yard line. Number 4, Allen Ingram, will get set. And there is Nathaniel Lujan in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Coyotes!
Second short yardage score for Nathaniel Lujan today, as he scored from earlier from 4 yards out, this time from just 2 yards out. And what's going on here? Another injured Panther.
All right, so now the score is 27-17 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes, and another Panther down, right?
Yep. But they're walking him off pretty quickly on his own power. Looks like it's Damian Chacon, the senior defensive back. So, touchdown is good. And we have a penalty.
All right, so the penalty is on the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah. And it is unsportsmanlike.
So that will
go on the kickoff again. So we're going to have that deep kickoff one more time. Boy, I don't like that. Whatever's going on, I don't know if it's celebration or taunting or what it is, but that's the second one we've had on a scoring play.
All right, so the Roswell Coyotes get set to kick the extra point. There's the whistle. All right, so Ben Vera, number 48, kicks it, and it's up and good. All right, now the Roswell Coyotes lead 28-17 here in the 4th quarter. We're going to take a quick break live from Anthony, New Mexico, KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Thanksgiving season is here, and Roswell Honda is serving up the savings. Now through November 26th, find huge rebates and discounts across the lot for you to gobble up. Plus, get a free soda 12-pack just for stopping by, free pie with a qualified test drive, and a free turkey with purchase. And register to win a $300 Thanksgiving gift card. 1 entry for stopping by, 2 with social media share, 3 with qualified test driver service, and 5 with purchase. Drawing Wednesday the 26th at noon live on Facebook. Gobble up the savings at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Coyotes get on the board from a 3-yard rush from Nathaniel Lujan, and the point after touchdown is good. 28-17 here in this semifinal game. Winner will advance to the 5A state championship game, and that game will be played in Artesia.
That will be from the Bulldog Bowl, regardless of what happens here in Anthony, Texas. Anthony, Texas.
Well, pretty
New
much.
Mexico. Yeah, you can see it from here, right?
That's right. All right, so if you're just now tuning into the broadcast, we do have some updates. As we mentioned, the Artesia Bulldogs won in a thriller, 35-30 over the Loventon Wildcats. Dexter was winning. I think they're still winning, 24-0. They should advance to the state championship in the 3A classification and will take on St. Mike's. St. Mike's was dominating the Colts of New Mexico Military Institute 54-8. And then Cleveland won that game. It was 54-16 with the running clock in the third. So a lot of excitement there. And from here, from Gadsden High School in Anthony, New Mexico.
How about a little onside right into that shadow? That'd be something,
nice.
huh? Yeah, they're not onsiding.
Now kick it deep and let the defense get out there and make something happen.
From the 25, and oh, nice, Rendon.
Yeah, Anthony Palomares, good run for the Gadsden Panthers. I'm going to tell you, I'm very impressed. Now, I know the Panthers are down 28-17 right now in the fourth, but I'm very impressed with Anthony Gadsden, the Panthers. I'll tell you what, Coach Fascio has done a really good job with that program. There's a lot of mutual respect between Jeff Lynn and Fascio. And, you know, during the pregame when we talked, he had nothing but respect to say about the Panthers and said, hey, you know what, they've improved since the last time they played, as you see right now. Only, you know, they're down 28-17, but, boy, I tell you what, Fascio and his program and his coaching staff has done an excellent job with the program.
Well, and what's been, you know, he talked about them improving from the last time we played, it was just a few weeks ago. How about the improvement over the last 3 years for Gadsden?
Sure.
I mean, they were, I mean, not nice to say, I guess, but a bit of a doormat, you know,
Yep.
just a few years ago, and they've made themselves very competitive, you know, to the point of winning a state semifinal game at halftime against the number 2 team in the state. I mean, yeah, they've been impressive over the last few years.
Yeah, what a successful season Gadsden has had. And, you know, this is not over yet, but to tell you what.
No, but no matter what.
Whatever happens, what a great season this Panther team has had. I mean, currently 8-4 on the year, winning that first playoff game. They're ranked 24th in the state. Now, yes, they were 3-4 in the district, but really.
Yeah, but look at the district.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat the undefeated district champ from the other district.
Correct.
Last week on the road. So, yeah. I mean, you could make the argument that 5 teams from our district would have won the other district.
Yeah, second down and 8, and there is going to be the pass, and it's a nice one. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, nice job over there. And I believe that was Foose or Frescas. I can't tell.
I think it's might be Foose.
But just with him all the way. Maybe a Ronda, actually.
And that sun is just bright. Yeah, it is a Ronda.
Yeah, and he was out last week, so that's good for him. Yeah, that's a tough place to throw the football because your receiver is turning and looking right into the sun. If I'm taking a deep shot, I'm maybe going down the other side of the field.
Isaiah ran a good defensive play in the secondary. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Gadsden Panthers. Ball in the 42, right hash. I beg your pardon, left hash. And there's number 7. It's going to be in trouble again, Ethan Morales.
Oh, and he is hit hard on the incompletion.
Yeah, that's what happened last time the Coyotes played this team in the 4th quarter.
Right, and the quarterback got hurt, didn't he? That was Joaquin Bolaños delivering the hit on that one, and that's not one of the people you want hitting you at full speed.
No, he does his job for sure defensively, and a very good athlete and a very good young man. And you know, he's not just a football player, but he also is a baseball player for the Roswell Coyotes.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, from the 42 on the left hash.
And boy, we're approaching 5 minutes left in this one.
Yeah,
they're running out of time. I think this is
big.
Oh, it's 4th down.
It's fourth down.
Yeah. So careful of the fake here because you might be, you know, with this much time on the clock in a 2-score game, yeah, they probably will kick it, but not a foregone conclusion.
All right, 4th and 8. And there it is. There's the running kick.
Short and takes a just kind of an average bounce.
Yeah, so the Coyotes will take over at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and a chance to put the game away here. If you score on this drive, you can pretty much stamp your ticket to the Bulldog Bowl next week.
Yeah, your prediction, Coach, was 35-21. Mine was 42-14. So,
yeah, lower scoring than we both thought.
Yeah.
And I don't think either of us would have picked that halftime score of 10-7 Gadsden.
Well, that first quarter here in Anthony, New Mexico, went by quick. We didn't even know the first quarter expired. It was so quick.
Yeah, we were wondering who called the timeout, and it turns out it was the scorekeeper.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes. Winner will advance to take on the Artesia Bulldogs in the 5A state championship. Luis Rodriguez.
Yeah, with both hands on the football.
Is he over 200 yards now, Kelly?
No, but he'll add 6 to his total. And he'll probably get there because he's at 181.
Okay, so about 19 yards shy.
How about that young man? That's sophomore.
Very good.
You know, he's probably all of 5'5", and that kid has run all over defenses. And I won't even say all season long because he was doing it to JV teams in the first 4 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you have Nathaniel Lujan in the backfield, and both backs resemble each other, and that young man right there has had a very good ball game this afternoon.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, he's made plays in all 3 facets: special teams, offense, and defense. And he's going to get close to a first down. He is going to get the first down here.
Yeah, at least 9 for sure. And I think you're right. They're going to give him the extra yards. So it is going to be an automatic first down, not an automatic, but a first down for the Roswell Coyotes on the rush from Lujan.
Yeah, now looks like we're inside of 4 minutes. And I'm ready to put this game in the refrigerator. Probably.
Well, you and I both. It's time to get back on the road and get back to Roswell, right?
Get back on the road.
Yep. That's exactly right. So the score is 28-17 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes here in this 4th quarter. Winner will advance to the 5A state championship. Once again, the Roswell Coyotes hoping to advance. Back to back to back. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, for both teams.
Yeah.
Getting to it.
Yeah, what amazing clubs both these squads have had. Jeff Lynn has done a fabulous job at Roswell, and of course, Jeremy Mopin over in Artesia has done his job as well. So congratulations to Jeremy Mopin and the Artesia Bulldogs. Always a job well done. And
well, we haven't talked about how about the news out of Las Cruces this week.
Yes.
With Coach Bradley resigning.
Yes, I'm glad you said that. You might talk about that in a moment.
Well, I mean,
I was surprised.
Yeah, I was too. And if I'm not mistaken, that's a long time where there wasn't a Coach Bradley, at Mayfield, decades. So, yeah, that's big news.
All right, 2nd down and 8 from the 46. And there is Luke Lynn now. We'll hand that off to Nathaniel Lujan as he just takes his time, tries to find a hole, and he's so effective. Reads the field just properly, does a good job.
He's been so patient today. And
very patient, yep.
Timeout called by Roswell.
All right, we'll take 1-2. Coyotes lead 28-17. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
All right, we are back. 2025 Nusenda Credit Union State Football Semifinal game. Winner will advance to take on the Artesia Bulldogs next week. And that game will be played on Saturday. The time will be determined. A lot of the times, either probably 1 or 2 o'clock, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think that's the 2 options.
Yep, and boy, I'm just telling you, you and I have had this opportunity to call Roswell and Roswell football. And I'll tell you what, back-to-back state championships between those two squads, possibly.
Yeah, safe to say that for sure is the oldest football rivalry in the state, dating back to 1912, but I think it's the best one.
Without a doubt.
I'm biased, I'll admit it, but I think it's the best one.
All right, 2nd down and 8 for the Roswell Coyotes from the left hash.
3rd and 5. The
3rd and
scoreboard is behind.
All right, 3rd and 5. All right, speaking of that, Rodriguez around the
200.
turn. Well over 200, and he is finally brought out of bounds.
Yeah, but hey, sophomore, go down. In bounds, why don't you?
And that's something that, he's only 15, 16 years of age, and when you have an opportunity to score, Coach, he's saying, I'm going to go score.
Well, instead, he's going to pick up 38 yards.
Well over 200 now.
Yeah, let's say 219 for that young man on 17 carries. So also improving his per carry average, which was over 10 to begin with.
Yeah. Well, Kyle's got on the board one more time here. I think it's safe to say that the Coyotes will advance.
I'm not sure they're going to, though, because they may start the victory formations here. As Lujan picks up 5.
Yeah, so we're under 2 minutes now.
Yeah, and because it's 2nd down, I think they've got to run one more actual play, but another 1st down and they'll go to victory.
Yep.
So if they don't score on this play or the next, well, hard to say with the down and distance. But Rendon Duran's in the game. We'll see motion here. And
yeah, so the Roswell Coyotes.
I think this is going to be a run to Ingram to the left.
Yeah.
No? He's going to give Rendon the ball.
Well, Coach, I'm just going to go on the limb and just say it's safe to say that the Roswell Coyotes are going to go on to the state championship game for the 3rd consecutive year. They will be taking on the Artesia Bulldogs. And so we're going to go ahead and get this game finished up here a little bit. Coyotes will more than likely go into victory formation, I'm assuming. But, yes, it's...
Yeah, you're really going out on a limb there, partner.
Yes, I am going to. Let me tell you how. I'm going to go ahead and tell you how I'm going to go out on a limb here, just because I'm getting these messages saying, hey, guess what? Your Coyotes are going to the ship. Coyote Nation showed up. So Coyotes will be advancing to the state championship game next week in Artesia. But here we're still...
Come on, spoiler alert here.
Well, that's okay. Hey, when you... yeah, that's all right. You got 1:21 left here. Here's the thing. We still have a few things to handle here. You never know if the Coyotes are going to get in again. I want to see if Luis Rodriguez will advance, surpass 200 and, what'd you say, 20 yards?
Yeah, he's at 219 right now, but I'm not sure he's going to get another carry.
Yeah.
It is 3rd down, and Gadsden did call a timeout, so, they're still holding out hope. So, this is kind of a big down. I mean, you can run it twice here.
Right.
Keep the clock going. They'd be backed up in their own territory.
While we have a chance, Coach, after this play here, I'll just give the shout-outs. I didn't get a chance to do that throughout this game. We did have a little bit of technical difficulties, but we got in there. Look at Luke Lynn. Luke Lynn for the touchdown.
10 yards.
So Luke Lynn for the touchdown. And now the score is 34-17. And we'll wait to get a point after a touchdown. We will come back and talk some statistics here in just a moment. Shout-outs real quick. First and foremost, the former quarterback and Coyote, Colton Cisco, listening to the ball game. He's always tuning in to KSVPTV.com and listening to the Coyote channel. Sean Naranjo, thank you for the updates as well. Edgar Tarin, thank you so much. Daniel Ortega, always a Coyote, jersey number 3. Robert Johnson, listening from home. And, of course, the Great Houses, the family listening from their home. Let's go Coyotes. Go win a state championship. Of course, Laura Ridge, English teacher at Roswell High School, always listening to Coyote football on KSVPTV.com. And also While I have a chance, I don't want to forget this, but always thanks to the KSVP TV crew, Tanner Todd, our producer, my man Doug over to our right side, doing his job, and of course, a big shout out to the boss, Gene Dow.
Yeah, and get to spend some time with the boss next week. It's always a good time. Extra point is good.
It's good. All right, now the score is 35-17. We're going to take a quick break from Anthony, New Mexico, KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Registration is now open for the spring semester at Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell. ENMU Roswell is dedicated and committed to shaping brighter futures, offering more than 70 certificate and associate degree programs across a wide range of academic transfer and career-oriented programs. Get started today. Visit roswell.enmu.edu to sign up or learn more, or call 575-624-7403 and speak with an advisor today. ENMU Roswell, learning today, leading tomorrow.
ENMU Roswell.
All right, we are back. KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
I'd love to give you a hard time.
That's all right. That's all right. So we're approaching about the minute, 10 seconds left in this ball game. Winner will advance to the state championship game.
Yeah, and it's going to be quite a week. Kids won't be in school, so that's the only downside of having the football state championship fall on that Thanksgiving week is you don't get a spirit week for the two teams involved, and so let's make plans, Coyote Nation, to make the short trip down the highway to the Bulldog Bowl. Get your tickets early. Get there early for good seats. It will be 100% capacity plus, as it has been, or as it was last time we played there. There's the fair catch.
Well, I think you're right, Coach. And here's the thing, I was a little premature on the announcement, but let me tell you why, though, Coach. The Coyotes are up 35-7, and I think that with a minute 10 seconds left, I think it's obvious now.
17. They're up
17. I keep on saying 7. I meant 17. 35-17.
We know why you keep saying 7.
But let me I do.
Anybody watching the broadcast knows why you're saying that.
Well, let's talk about this a little bit right now, Coach. You're talking about next week's contest between the Artesia Bulldogs, and it appears more than likely it is the Roswell Coyotes, yes. But how big is that game going to be next week?
Oh, the biggest. That's what everyone was expecting, and of course the two combatants, I guess, the two teams that are going to play each other, we're hoping for.
Right.
Because Artesia, they didn't want to play Gadsden for the state championship. They didn't want to play Los Alamos for the state championship. They didn't want to play anyone else. They didn't want to play Goddard. They didn't want to play Lovington. Mm-hmm. They wanted revenge against the Roswell Coyotes, who beat them in the championship last year. The only team with any success, continued success, over Artesia over the last 5 or 6 years has been the Roswell Coyotes, and they do have a winning record against Artesia. They did lose to them earlier in the season, but yeah, they wanted us, and they wanted us real bad.
So I'm going to put you on the spot right now, Coach. The game is close to being over, but of course, I had the opportunity in the summer to watch summer workouts, and you and I did the spring game, in May. But I'm going to put you on the spot now. Did you think that the Roswell Coyotes would be in the state championship game this year?
I'm always optimistic that they would be, but they lost so much from last year. That was one of the better, if not the best team, Roswell Coyote football team maybe ever. That team was that good last year, and they lost so many seniors off that team. So, yes, I was always optimistic, but I'm not going to say surprised, but it certainly wasn't a foregone conclusion at that spring game. Here's the deep ball.
All right. And, so, no, this is, like I said, Coach, you and I have had the great opportunities and the ability to come and do Coyote football, and this really means the world to you and I and to Coyote Nation that we have this opportunity, and I mean this sincerely. Thanks to KSVPTV.com, it really means a lot. We have received a lot of text messages, a lot of Facebook messages, just saying thank you for what KSVP has done. It's really a big deal because there's some people that could not make the trip to Gadsden.
Sure, it's a long trip.
And it's a long trip. And, so yes, so for the people that made the trip, thank you for supporting Roswell Athletics and Roswell football, but also the people that are listening and watching KSVPTV.com at 1065 Roswell's Talk FM. Thank you for tuning in. And of course, one of the things that we haven't talked about either is all of the sponsors that have made this happen.
Yes.
Without those sponsors, this does not happen. So thank you so much to everybody and what you do for Roswell Athletics and actually for athletics in New Mexico. And, Coach, it looks like
Gonna have one more play?
Yeah, about one more play. Yeah, real quick, Tracy Mumford, thank you for tuning in and listening. My mom and dad.
All the usuals.
Yeah,
all the regulars.
Yeah, Art and Anita Sandoval always listening. Every contest, your mom and dad, Brian Luck, our superintendent, also paying attention, David Rocha.
Emma Burt, she's tuning in.
Yeah, so just a shout out to David Rocha, who has been great for Roswell Athletics and athletics in general, including the Goddard Rockets. They are watching from the hospital up at UNM. So, David, hope you have a fast recovery as well. And that's going to be the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 35-17 is your score and a final. We're going to take a break, and we'll talk statistics here in just a moment. From Anthony, New Mexico, KSVPTV.com, 1065 Roswell's Talk FM.
Rio Pecos Medical Associates proudly welcomes Dr. David Fucinari, OBGYN. With advanced training in minimally invasive techniques, Dr. Fucinari is the first in our community to offer robotic surgery for women experiencing heavy or painful periods, pelvic pain, uterine fibroids, and more. Dr. Trevor Miller, Family Practice and Obstetrics, provides prenatal and OB care along with comprehensive primary care for the whole family, including wellness exams, acute visits, chronic disease management, skin procedures, and joint injections. Rio Pecos has expanded care once again by adding pediatrics. We welcome Kim Hansen and Rihanna Shaw, both experienced pediatric nurse practitioners who share our commitment to compassionate, patient-centered care and who have earned the trust of our community over the years. Book your appointment for OBGYN, family practice, or pediatric care online at riopecosmed.com or call 575-622-6322. Rio Pecos Medical Associates, advancing health and wellness for every generation.
All right, Mr. Gobbles, it's that time of year again. Got any last requests? What? You want a smoking deal on a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle? Mucho dinero for your trade? And your credit pardon? Well, you're gonna have to go to Roswell Ford.
Hey, Roswell Ford is talking real turkey. With our most aggressive offers in more than 5 years. Right now, get massive savings on new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles with 0% financing and no payments till February 2026. Plus, if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade. Even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Worried that your credit is a little foul? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade.
Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests, and they offer answers and solutions when you need them most. Protect your home, your children, and your pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Let Bob Reed Pest Control and their fully licensed professionals start working for you and your family today. Find them online at bobreedpestcontrol.com or call 575-623-5344. Serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
Make your mark at Media Sales. Pecos Valley Broadcasting and KSVP TV are now hiring account executives in the Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia areas. Send your resume or details to hireme@pvbcradio.com today.
Welcome back to Anthony, New Mexico. Gadsden High School, the Roswell Coyotes will advance to the 5A state championship game. Defeats the Gadsden Panthers of a score of 35-17. Coach, you have any statistics for us?
I do. As the sun sets here at this facility, and the sun sets on the Panthers for their season, but what a good season and what a good direction that program's going, as we said before. All right, so one field goal attempt for the Roswell Coyotes. Ben Vera had a 30-yard attempt partially blocked, we think. He might have just missed it. But he was a perfect 5 for 5 on extra points. No punts, no punt returns, 4 kickoff returns, and I always do this. I never add up the kickoff returns. Allen Ingram had 1 for 7 yards, 43 yards on 3 returns for Isaac Gonzalez. All right, going to the defensive side, Coyotes were led in tackles by David Galmond, who had 5, including a sack and another tackle for a loss. 3 each for Bolaños and Foose. Add Nicholas Anaya to the 3-tackle group, as well as Cannon Ramage and Jonathan Ellis. They also had 3 tackles each. Faustino Tarin had 2, and I believe that was the first 2 of the game. Started off strong there. Rendon Duran, Daniel Borrego, Isaiah Vitia, Gabe Villegas, Nate Lujan, also all chipped in with 1 tackle each. Let's move to offense. And rushing the football today, how about 386 yards on the ground for the Roswell Coyotes? Rendon Duran, 3 carries for 8 yards. Isaac Gonzalez, 1 carry, 1 yard. Logan Hoover, 2 carries for 5 yards. It was Luke Lynn, 9 carries for 40 yards and a touchdown. Nathaniel Lujan, great game, carrying the football, 15 carries, 113 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But the real star running the football was the young sophomore, Luis Rodriguez. He had 17 carries for 219 yards and a touchdown on the day. So just an outstanding performance for that young man. Luke Lynn was 10 of 13, another efficient outing for him, 150 yards, 154 yards, I should say, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And it was Noah Estrada. Well, let's do Allen Ingram first. 3 catches for 19 yards. Noah Estrada, 1 catch for 20. Colby Sanchez, 1 catch for 36. And it was Isaac Gonzalez, 5 catches, 79 yards. And Allen Ingram, one of those catches was a touchdown. Don't want to leave that part out. There's your stats, partner.
All right, real quick, just got a quick message here as well that St. Mike's will be coming to Dexter, so Dexter will be playing for a state championship as well. So that game is going to be played in Dexter next week. Don't know the time, but congratulations to the Dexter Demons as they'll be playing for a state championship game. And real quick, again, as we mentioned earlier about the Gadsden Panthers, what a season they had. Congratulations to Coach Facio and the Gadsden Panthers. Even though they lost the semifinal game, they had a successful season. Overall record this year is 8-5 on the year. As for the Roswell Coyotes, winning the semifinal game and will advance to the state championship game in Artesia next week at the Bulldog Bowl, will improve their record to 9-3. All right, Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald will close this out from Anthony, New Mexico, Gadsden High School. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors, listeners, and viewers. Safe travels back to Roswell. And one thing, our producer, Tanner Todd, have to thank him for a job well done. All right, again, safe travels, and we'll see you next week as the Roswell Coyotes are playing for a 5A state championship against the Artesia Bulldogs. And it's always a great day to be a Coyote. Have a good night.
That concludes this presentation of sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com. Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com is presented by Amigo Machinery, Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Central Valley Electric, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Mopin and Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Aero Medevac, Dion's Pizzas, Salads, and Subs, Farmers Country Market, Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, National Furniture Liquidators, Richland Dodge and Richland GM, Plateau Wireless, Roswell Honda, Wakefield Oil Company, and Tate Branch of Roswell. Thanks for tuning into this special broadcast. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.